A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Palmolive Soap, your beauty hope, and Luster Cream Shampoo for soft, glamorous, caressable hair bring you Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden. Our Miss Brooks, who teaches English at Madison High School, has always tried to get along with her fellow faculty members, regardless of whether they're male or female.
One thing that school teachers of either sex have in common is the fact that he, she, or them was, is, and are underpaid. But there is one definite advantage held by the men. When a male school teacher hasn't enough money to go to the movies, he can stay home and look at the pictures on his Esquire calendar. I've overcome that advantage to some slight extent by making my own calendar. I've used 12 snapshots, one for each month, of Madison's bashful biologist, Philip Boynton. There they are, right on my bedroom wall. January, Mr. Boynton in his up-to-the-minute raccoon coat. February, Mr. Boynton on Valentine's Day with a big red heart-shaped box under his arm containing flies for his frog, McDougal. Then March, Mr. Boynton in +4s, a striped blazer, and a 3-propeller beanie. Last Friday morning, when I tore the page for March off my calendar, there was Mr. Boynton with his arms around me. So I knew it was April Fool's Day. My landlady, Mrs. Davis, knocked on my door a moment later. Come in.
Good morning, Connie. Many happy returns of the day.
Thanks, Mrs. Davis. Happy April Fool's Day to you. Oh, what time is it anyway? I'm still sleepy.
It's almost 7, Connie. I've been up for hours planning little tricks to play on people.
Well, I hope you're not going to be as naughty as you were last year, setting firecrackers off in our yard to make everybody think it was 4th of July.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, until one of your pinwheels joined me in the shower.
Well, let's see now. I came up here to tell you something rather important. Oh, dear me. Whenever I talk to my sister Angela, I become almost as absent-minded as she is. We had quite a conversation on the phone this morning.
How is Angela?
Fine, thank you. But she's so flighty. Why, right in the middle of our telephone conversation, she forgot that she was talking about completely. I'm worried about her. It's like I was telling my brother the other day. We've got to do something, I said.
You've got to do something?
About what?
I was just repeating what you said to your brother.
Which brother?
I don't know. Your brother Victor, I guess.
I guess so. Well, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Mrs. Davis, you came in here to tell me something. Now try and remember what it was so I can take a shower and get dressed and forget about it.
Oh, yes. One of your students is waiting for you in the living room, Walter Denton.
Walter Denton? What's he doing here so early?
All right, Connie, I'll tell him. Poor thing. She's got so much on her mind she can't concentrate.
Hi, Mrs. Davis.
Walter, what are you doing here?
You just left me here, Mrs. Davis. Oh, and you went in to see Miss Brooks.
Oh, that reminds me. What are you doing here so early?
Well, it's a big secret, Mrs. Davis, but I'll tell you if you promise to keep it strictly confidential.
I promise.
You won't forget now.
I won't forget what now?
To keep it confidential.
To keep what confidential?
I guess it's safe with you. Look at this newspaper column. The one called Dorothy Daly's Daily Advice to the Heart Sore.
Oh, I read that all the time.
You never read a letter like this one, though, I'll bet. Listen. Dear Dorothy Daly, I teach English in high school, but my chief interest lies in a fellow teacher of the opposite sex whose initials are PB. No matter how I try, I can't seem to make any progress with him. I'm attractive without being ravishing, intelligent without being stuffy, cheerful without being a Pollyanna, but mostly I'm without PB. Can you help me? Signed, CB.
Well, I certainly sympathize with that young lady, but... now, wait a minute. Connie Brooks. Walter, do you think the CB in this letter could be the CB I think the CB could be?
I'm positive it is. Look who she's stuck on. PB, Philip Boynton.
Oh, but Walter, PB could stand for anybody. Why, it could stand for Paul Bunyan.
Mrs. Davis, you're closer to Miss Brooks than any of us. Does she know anybody named Paul Bunyan?
No, not that I know of.
Then there you are. She's got to be CB.
But, Walter, do you honestly think Miss Brooks would write a letter like this to a public newspaper?
Oh, sure. Mrs. Davis, haven't you heard the famous epigram, love in its desperation turns to many strange devices?
No, Walter. Who said that?
I did. Look, Mrs. Davis, we won't embarrass Miss Brooks by mentioning it in front of her, but we've got to try and help her. Listen to Dorothy Daly's answer to Miss Brooks. Dear CB, come out of your shell. Improve your personality and don't be afraid to be the life of the party. Then watch your Mr. PB sit up and take notice. Yours for nailing them down before they can wriggle off the hook, Dorothy Daly. Well, there's our problem, Mrs. Davis. We've got to give Miss Brooks a personality.
I never noticed that she didn't have any.
Now remember, Mrs. Davis, not a word to a soul. Of course, I've told Harriet Conklin so she can tell her father he has to give a party tonight which Miss Brooks can go to and be the life of.
Tonight? That's pretty short notice, isn't it?
That's why we had to wake her up so early. This new personality's a rush job. Oh, careful, here she comes. Hiya, CB, how's everything? Okay?
Well, no, WD, it's NG.
NG?
I didn't get enough SLEEP.
What?
Sorry, SLEAP.
Oh, please.
If you'll excuse me, I'll get some breakfast for us. I'll call you when it's ready.
All right, Mrs. Davis. Now then, Walter, what's the crisis?
Crisis? Oh, there's no crisis. I just thought it would be nice to have a little chat.
In the middle of the night? Now, look, Walter, this April Fool's business leaves me pretty cold. So if you're playing any pranks...
Oh, this has nothing to do with April Fool, Miss Brooks. It's just that I've been making a study of personalities lately, and I've come to the conclusion that we should all come out of our shell.
Good, but let's not come out until 8 o'clock in the morning.
Now, there's nothing like parlor magic to make anybody the life of the party. For instance, have you seen the disappearing quarter trick? Look, I hold this quarter between my thumb and third finger like this. Then I make a few magic passes, and presto! Where's the quarter?
On the floor.
Well, I haven't practiced enough yet, but a trick like this you could learn easy.
I could learn it easily.
I knew you'd go for it. Now, here, take the quarter in your left hand.
Look, Walter, making money disappear is no trick for a school teacher. Let's get some way to make some appear, then we'll have something.
Breakfast is ready.
Oh, come on into the dinette, Walter.
Just sit right down. You sit here, Walter.
Thanks, Mrs. Davis.
Drink your juice first, and I'll bring the rest out in a minute.
All right, Mrs. Davis. Well, that's funny. This is orange juice.
What's funny about that?
The last breakfast Mrs. Davis prepared for me began with marinated olive juice.
Odd recipes, all right. Oh, say, I just thought of another great party trick. It's called the spoon in the empty glass trick. Here, I've got 2 spoons right here. Now, I place the back of one behind the front of the other, and by means of leverage, plop it right into the empty glass. So. Wasn't empty.
It is now. My lap isn't as empty as it was.
Don't let it upset you, Miss Brooks. One of the truest things ever said is the quotation, a damp garment should not dampen the spirits of the wearer.
Who said that?
I did.
Here we are. Now, Connie, I want to surprise you. Close your eyes before I put this food down in front of you. Go ahead now. Please close them tight.
All right, Mrs. Davis, they're closed.
There. Now, before you open them, guess what we've got for breakfast.
Salmon patties fried in Cointreau?
No, I ran out of Cointreau. Try again.
Wheat cakes and ravioli?
No, I guess you better give up. Open your eyes.
Why, what's this? Plain scrambled eggs, toast, and coffee?
That's right, Connie. April Fool!
Brooks, starring Eve Arden, will continue in just a moment. But first, here is Vern Smith. Want to win $49,000 in cash? That's right, $49,000 in cash. The first prize offered by the makers of Palmolive soap in their big, exciting 49 Gold Rush contest. Second prize, $4,900. And there are 4,949 other cash prizes. What a chance to win $100,000 in cash prizes, and it's easy to enter. Simply finish this sentence, I like Palmolive soap because, in 25 words or less. That's all. Just 25 words or less to finish the sentence, I like Palmolive soap because. Then mail your entry right away along with a Palmolive soap wrapper. Easy, isn't it? And remember, thousands will strike it rich in this big 49 Gold Rush contest. Enter as often as you like. Get entry blanks and complete rules from your dealer, or send your entries on plain paper with your name and address and dealer's name and address, plus one Palmolive wrapper for each entry. Mail to Gold Rush Contest, Box 49, New York 8, New York. You better write that down. Gold Rush Contest, Box 49, New York 8, New York. But hurry, your last chance. Contest closes next Saturday. Get Palmolive soap right away to help win a lovelier complexion and try for your share of the $100,000 in cash prizes. Walter Denton's moving full speed ahead in his efforts to aid CB take Dorothy Daly's advice concerning PB. Let's look in now on another of the conspirators, Harriet Conklin, as she speaks to her father in the principal's office.
So all you have to do, Daddy, is to invite this party to the party when she comes by this morning.
But I don't see any reason for it, Harriet. I'm getting sick and tired of this constant round of parties. One mad whirl after another.
Daddy, the last party you gave was on Thanksgiving. Oh, this is vital, Daddy. I can't go into embarrassing details, but we've got to bring somebody out of herself. Oh, you've just got to invite Miss Brooks to our party.
Miss Brooks? But she has a party every day, all day long.
It only seems that way because of her pleasant exterior. Believe me, there are days when her heart is sorely beset beneath that gay surface and lies in her bosom like a dead thing. That must be Miss Brooks now.
Well, I won't go through with it, Harriet. I absolutely refuse to have any...
Listen, Daddy. You promised Mother you'd go on a diet, didn't you?
Yes, but what has that got to do with...
If you don't invite Miss Brooks to our party tonight, I'll take that bar of fudge out from under your desk blotter and show it to Mother.
Come in, my dear.
I was told that you wanted to see me, Mr. Conklin. Oh, hello, Harriet.
Hi, Miss Brooks. Daddy has something he wants to tell you.
Yes. I've been coerced into having a little party at our place tonight, Miss Brooks, and if you have nothing else to do, we'd like you to come.
Well, thanks, Mr. Conklin. I'd love
Of course, if you can't come, we may just drop the whole thing.
Daddy, I think I'll change the blotter on your desk right now.
No. That is, I'm sure it'll be nice to get together.
All right, Mr. Conklin. Then if that'll be all, I'll see you tonight.
I'll be looking forward to it. Dismissed.
I'll walk out with you, Miss Brooks. Thanks, Daddy. And next time, try the ones with the nuts in them.
Quiet, girl.
You know, Miss Brooks, there's nothing like a party to bring a person out of her shell.
You too, Harriet? I'm beginning to like it in here.
Now, the next thing you have to do, Miss Brooks, is to meet us in the music appreciation room as soon as lunch period gets here.
The music appreciation room?
You know the old saying, music has charms to soothe the savage breast.
Yes, but I've been dating very few savages lately. Look, Harriet, what in the world is this
I've got to get to my French class now, but I'll see you at lunchtime. And remember, if you want PB to eat out of your hand, you've got to cooperate, CB.
SOS.
Hiya, Miss Brooks. Mind if I walk down the hall with you?
Not at all, Walter. I'm just going to the music appreciation room to meet Harriet. But don't ask me why.
I know why, Miss Brooks. Because tonight's party is an everybody who comes must do something party. And we've got something swell doped out for you to do.
For me to do?
You'll find out about it in a minute. Hey, here's the music room, Miss Brooks. Let's go in.
That'll be all for today.
Well, he came a long way to practice.
Very clever. Very clever. I'm sure he'll make a fine musician if he concentrates on his violin and stops telling jokes.
Hello, Miss Brooks. Well, we're all set.
We are?
Did you bring it, Mr. Pringle?
Got it right in this case, Walter.
Good. You know, Miss Brooks, tonight's an everybody who comes must do something party.
Yes, I know, and I think I know what I'm going to do, too.
What?
Stay home.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Miss Brooks. You know how well Miss Enright plays the piano, don't you?
What has Miss Enright's playing the piano got to do with me?
Well, plenty. She's coming to the party tonight, and you know how she likes to show off in front of Mr. Boynton.
But we're going to see to it that you're the life of the party. Well, come on, Harriet. We've got some more arrangements to make.
Okay, Walter. You just put yourself in Mr. Pringle's hands completely, Miss Brooks.
That's right. If you put yourself in Mr. Pringle's hands now, who knows? You may wind up in Mr. Boynton's arms later. I'll see you tonight, C.B.
I don't know what this is all about, Mr. Pringle.
Take it easy, Miss Brooks. All the children want you to do is learn a very simple little specialty for the party tonight. Now, tell me, do you have any musical education at all?
Well, when I was a little girl, I played in our Girl Scout band.
Really? What instrument?
The tuba. I didn't keep at it, though. It did something to my lips.
You must have started too young. It's a difficult instrument to master.
Yes, for months after I gave it up, I couldn't drink a malted without swallowing the straw.
Well, what I've got in mind for you won't offer any difficulties, I'm sure. Now, this is a ukulele. It's the only instrument upon which a novice can pick out a simple tune in no time at all. Now, here, just place one finger on this fret. So, now this one here. That's right. Now play a chord. Go ahead, try it.
Well, all right, I'll try. Washington at Valley Forge struck bitter cold, and up spoke George. Bo-do-de-o, do-do-do-de-o. Take my lips and do your duty. Everybody calls me cutie.
Why, Miss Brooks, that's wonderful. Let's sing some together.
All right, Mr. Pringle. Paul Revere on his midnight ride rode through town and loudly cried, Bo-do-de-o, do-do-do-de-o. Shake my hand and call me Max. I've got a charge account at Saks. His ukulele, gaily, how he strums it, bum, bum, bums it, dancing, dancing. Then he hollers, black bottom. Crazy words, crazy tune. You'll be driving me crazy soon with that bo-do-de-o, do-do-do-de-o.
Miss Brooks! What's the meaning of this, Mr. Pringle? And what are you doing in Mr. Pringle's music room during lunch period, Miss Brooks?
I just dropped in for a melody burger. I wanted to see if I remembered something.
Leave this room at once. As for you, Mr. Pringle, aren't you supposed to be at lunch during this period?
Yes, sir. I was just going, sir.
Well, put that ridiculous-looking instrument down and get out.
Yes, sir. Come on, Miss Brooks.
Naturally.
Yeah, disgraceful. Carrying on in the middle of a school day and with a ukulele. My dog has fleas. Boom, 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 hold that tiger. Boom, 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 hold that tiger. Boom, boom, hold that tiger. Boom, boom, hold that
tiger. Well, what do you think of the party so far, Mr. Boynton?
Oh, it's very nice, Miss Brooks, but I'm a little worried. Everybody's supposed to get up and do something, aren't they?
Well, that's the idea.
Gosh, there isn't anything I could possibly do to entertain anybody.
Oh, I don't know.
Of course, I did make a speech some months ago to my biology club, but they're all men. I couldn't repeat that in front of mixed company.
Oh, why not, Mr. Boynton? What was the subject of the speech?
Well, I'd rather not mention it, Miss Brooks. It's a little racy.
Well, I'll just listen with one ear. What was it?
Well, it was called The Primitive Urge of the Sturgeon to Swim Upstream.
That's funny. I always thought the sturgeon didn't need any urging. Look, Mr. Boynton, I'm as nervous as you are about getting up and doing anything, but maybe we could do something together.
Like what, Miss Brooks?
Well, I just happen to have with me tonight this ukulele.
Oh, a uke. I haven't seen one of those things since my college days.
It's really very simple to pick up. It all came back to me in a flash. See, you just put one finger here. That's right. Now, this one here, so. Now, try it. Strum it, Mr. Boynton.
All right. I'll see you in my dreams. Hold you in my... Don't be bashful. Hold that pucker. You're the best since Sophie Tucker. Where in the world did that come from?
I don't know, but this is a brand new Boynton. Where did you go to college, on the Keith Circus?
Hello, Mr. Boynton. I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, hello, Miss Enright.
And dear Miss Brooks, may I join you?
You have.
There seems to be room on this couch for 3. Don't you think so?
Only if I sit in the middle. There we are.
Miss Brooks is so possessive. You don't ever want to share Mr. Boynton with anyone, do you, dear?
The property has only been auctioned. It is not ready for subdivision.
Excuse me, Brooks, but Mother says if anybody wants cake and coffee, it's on the table. Just help yourself, please.
Oh, I think I'll get some. Mrs. Coughlin certainly knows the way to a man's heart.
I like the overland route myself. You run along, Mr. Boynton.
Oh, can I bring you ladies something?
Just yourself, dear Mr. Boynton.
Yes. How about you, Miss Brooks?
No, thanks, not right now.
I'll be right back in a minute.
Well, no doubt you've got your specialty all prepared, Miss Brooks.
Oh, it's nothing, really.
I didn't imagine it would be. I'm going to play the piano myself.
That should be lovely. It's obvious from your build that you've moved enough of them.
That's very funny. I wonder how funny you'll feel when I get up and read this letter in Dorothy Daly's column.
Letter?
Yes, I've got the clipping right here. It's signed C.B., and it says, Dear Dorothy Daly, I teach English in high school, but my chief interest lies in a fellow teacher of the opposite sex whose initials are P.B.
P.B.? Wait a minute, Philip Boynton?
Exactly. It goes on to tell how C.B. can't make any progress with P.B. at all and pleads for advice.
Oh, but Miss Enright, you don't think that... Why, I didn't write that letter.
I know you didn't. I did.
You?
A little April Fool's joke, Miss Brooks. But, of course, when I read it, I won't mention that detail. And even if you do, it'll just look like a natural attempt to cover your embarrassment.
But, Miss Enright, even you wouldn't... Why,
Attention, folks, attention. We come now to that part of the party we've all been looking forward to so eagerly. The part where everybody must get up and do something. First, I'd like to introduce Madison's beloved English teacher, our Miss Brooks.
Enjoy your brief moment, my dear. I'm going to follow you on with this juicy little tidbit.
What do you mean, brief moment? I'm loaded with entertainment.
What are you going to do for us tonight?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd do a few medleys of songs on the ukulele, then a few recitations, and maybe a parlor trick or two. First, the songs. Washington at Valley Forge was bitter cold, and up spoke George. So much for the song. Now I'd like to recite for you.
Just a moment, Miss Brooks. You've been on for over an hour.
Please, Miss Enright. Miss Brooks isn't finished.
Thank you, Harriet. Under the spreading chestnut trees, the village smithy stands. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. As you can see, I have here in my hand an ordinary deck of playing cards. And now I'd like to show you a fascinating parlor game. Mr. Conklin, do you have a phone book I could borrow?
Why, yes, Miss Brooks. There's one right here on this table, but don't you think it's a little late to phone anyone? It's almost 12 o'clock.
Oh, I'm not going to phone anyone. Walter, get a piece of paper and a pencil, please.
Okay, Miss Brooks.
Well, I think this is the most...
Please, Miss Enright. You're interrupting Miss Brooks.
Thank you, Walter. Now, the idea of this game is to guess which name in the phone book I'm thinking of. You start with the A's. If you get a feeling that I've said the one I'm concentrating on, just call out. Ready? Go. Abbott, Abernathy, Ackerman, Addison. Pasco, Peyton, Penniman, Primpachek. Zimmerman. Zimmerman A, Zimmerman B. Hasn't anyone got a feeling yet? Mr. Boynton, how about... Mr. Boynton, where are you?
Mr. Boynton went home, Miss Brooks.
He went home? When?
Right after Mr. and Mrs. Conklin went to bed. He said he didn't want to disturb him, so Miss Enright drove him home.
Miss Enright Well, that's the last straw. You know, of course, Walter, that it was Miss Enright who wrote that Dorothy Daly letter.
Miss Enright?
That's right, Walter. She signed my initials, but it was her letter that Dorothy Daly answered in her column.
Boy, what a dirty trick. I'm sorry you were so embarrassed, Miss Brooks.
If you think I was embarrassed tonight, just wait, Walter, till you see me tomorrow when Dorothy Daly answers the letter I wrote her.
Miss Brooks returns in just a moment, but first...
Dream girl, beautiful luster cream girl.
Tonight, show him how much lovelier your hair can look after a Luster Cream shampoo. Only Luster Cream brings you K-Duma's magic formula blend of secret ingredients plus gentle lanolin. His loveliness lather, even in hardest water, glamorizes your hair as you wash it. Luster Cream, not a soap, not a liquid, but a dainty cream shampoo. Leaves hair fragrantly clean, free of loose dandruff, glistening with sheen. Soft, manageable, gives new beauty to all hairdos or permanents. 4-ounce jar, $1. Smaller sizes, either tubes or jars. Tonight, try Luster Cream shampoo and be a
dream girl, beautiful luster cream girl. You owe your crowning glory to a luster cream shampoo.
And now, once again, here is our Miss Brooks.
Well, I had a date with Mr. Boynton on the following day, and I couldn't wait to find out if Miss Enright had told him about the Dorothy Daly column. Sure enough, it was the first thing he mentioned when he came by to pick me up.
That letter in the paper, Miss Brooks, it certainly has me puzzled.
Puzzled, Mr. Boynton?
Yes, I know, of course, that you're CB, but who in the world is PB?
Mr. Boynton, I thought sure you'd guess. PB is an old flame of mine, a fellow named Paul Bunyan.
Tune into another Our Miss Brooks show brought to you by Palmolive Soap, Your Beauty Hope, and Luster Cream Shampoo for soft, glamorous, caressable hair. Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, is produced by Larry Burns, written and directed by Al Lewis, with music by Wilbur Hatch.
Men, here is actual, factual proof of more comfortable, actually smoother shaves by using Palmolive Lather Shaving Cream. 1,251 men tried the Palmolive Lather way to shave described on the tube. And no matter how they shaved before, 3 out of 4 got more comfortable, actually smoother shaves. Try Palmolive Lather Shaving Cream. See if you don't get more comfortable, actually smoother shaves the Palmolive Lather Shaving Cream way.
For mystery liberally sprinkled with laughs, listen to Mr. and Mrs. North, the exciting, fun-packed adventures of an amateur detective and his beautiful wife. Tune in Tuesday evenings over most of these same stations. And be with us again next week at the same time for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks. Cancer causes a death every 3 minutes, and unless the present cancer death rate is reduced, 18 million living Americans will die from it. This will affect on the average 1 out of every 2 families in the United States. You can help stop the further spread of cancer by helping the American Cancer Society to provide more surgery, X-ray, and radium treatments. So give generously to the American Cancer Society today. Stay tuned now for Life with Luigi, which follows over most of these same stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Now, medical science offers you proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Raleigh. Yes, proof positive. No other cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Raleigh.
the Raleigh Cigarette Program, starring Red Skelton, with David Forrester and his orchestra, singing star Anita Ellis, Gigi Pearson, Verna Felton, Pat McGeehan, and yours truly, Rod O'Connor. It's a pleasure to bring you Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's popular comedian and the star of the Raleigh Cigarette Program, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That kind of applause, medical science will offer you proof positive. Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Say, Rod, you should have been out in the hall a while ago. I just ran into the most beautiful blonde.
Is that why you're out of breath?
Yeah, I ran into her husband, too.
Well, say, Red, I saw you at the premiere of the Ziegfeld Follies. Wasn't it exciting?
Oh, yes.
It's the biggest premiere Hollywood's ever seen.
It certainly was. Everybody who does anybody was there. They make me nervous, those big premieres, though. Thousands of eyes looking at you. It's the same feeling you get when you walk out of a market with a last pound of butter, you know.
Well, say, tell me, are those Ziegfeld girls as beautiful as they say? I say, are those Ziegfeld girls as beautiful as they say?
Nah, I've always had bulgy eyes. I'm proud of that.
Well, who did you take with you?
Well, my regular date couldn't come. The captain wouldn't give her shore leave. You know how those banana boats are, you know. So, I had a wonderful date, though.
Did? Who'd you go with?
Well, my date was really a beautiful girl. Beautiful long hair, and, she sat there, and when I came out on the screen, she just howled. Oh, boy, I'm telling you.
Well, who was it?
Oh, nosy, if you must know, it was Lassie. I'll never take her again, boy. We went to Billy Berg's nightclub. She can't jitterbug with a darn, you know.
Well, say, who are some of the stars who showed up?
Well, Catherine McLeod, Hollywood's newest star, was there.
Is she as beautiful as they say?
Beautiful. I looked at her, and she lifted me right outside myself. Then she looked at me and put me right back in it. Rhonda Turner was there. She gave me a tumble last night.
Turner gave you a tumble?
Yeah, she pushed me off the box I was standing on. I saw Bob Hope there.
You mean Hope stood in the crowd to see a premiere of a picture that you were in?
No, he didn't stand. He was sitting on a bench he'd borrowed from Griffith Park.
Oh, was Jane Russell there?
Huh?
Was Jane Russell there?
Where do you think I got this tan? No kidding. I took her home after the premiere.
What for?
Well, I have an icebox that needs defrosting.
Well, how are you in the picture?
Well, right after the premiere, Mr. Mayor came running out of the theater yelling, "Skelton's done it again! This time we sue!"
Well, didn't you give a good performance?
I don't think so.
Who told you that?
A little bird.
Little bird? I don't get it.
I did.
I talked to the master of ceremonies, Harry Crocker, and he says that you were never photographed better.
Well, wait till you see my next picture. Bob Plank is photographing me a new way through cheesecloth.
Well, that isn't new. Lots of people are photographed through cheesecloth.
With me, they don't take the cheese out of the cloth.
You do your famous television scene in the picture, don't you?
Yeah.
I saw you do that in vaudeville back in Chicago. You were followed by a monkey act.
Yeah, I remember. You remember that? Boy, what a reception I got when I walked out.
Yeah, everyone thought it was an encore.
Yeah, You proud of that, ain't you, huh? Went out and got a writer.
Do you miss vaudeville, Red?
No, not since I've been out here in Hollywood. I've learned to eat meat for dinner, you know.
Did you eat meat in vaudeville?
No, they only threw vegetables.
Oh, hello, Red.
Hi, Anita. We were just talking about the Ziegfeld Follies.
Oh, I saw it, and it's terrific. I hope you won't let this picture change you, though.
Well, it won't. Jerry Mayer thinks I'm the levelest-headed actor in Hollywood.
Really? Did he say that?
Well, in a roundabout way, he says, "Well, I see Flathead Skelton's back. Who gets him?"
Now, medical science offers you proof positive.
No other leading cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Raleigh. Yes, proof positive. No other cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Raleigh.
Yes, exhaustive scientific tests of America's 6 biggest-selling brands, based on a method used by the United States government, tests certified by a jury of distinguished doctors, including throat specialists, have proved conclusively. No other cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars, so no other is safer to smoke. Yes, Raleighs are right. Right for taste, right for throat. So enjoy Raleigh's rich tobaccos, that smoother, more satisfying Raleigh flavor. Remember, medical science offers you proof positive.
No other cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars, so no other is safer to smoke than the new, smoother, better-tasting Raleigh.
Thank you. And now, lovely Anita Ellis will sing a song that'll bring back memories to the GIs. We'll Gather Lilacs, England's #1 hit.
We'll gather lilacs in the spring again and walk together down a shady lane until our hearts have learned to sing again. Now that you're home once more, and in the evening by the firelight's glow, you'll hold me close and never let me go. Your eyes will tell me all I want to know. Now that you're home once more, and in the evening by the firelight's glow, you hold me close and never let me go. Your eyes will tell me all I want to know. Now that you're home once more.
Thank you very much, Anita. And now the story in the Skelton Scrapbook of Satire tonight is entitled Postman, and it's dedicated to the men who walk thousands of miles to bring us a letter or a package.
Our characters are fictional. If there's any resemblance to persons living, 2-to-1, medical science can't offer you proof positive.
Chapter 111 is entitled Postage Due. This is the story of J. Newton Numbskull and why he stopped delivering the mail.
Mailman.
Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, you're the new mailman.
Yes, the post office's gain is the garbage department's loss.
What are you blushing about?
Well, some of these letters are pretty down to earth.
But of course you realize you can be arrested for opening other people's mail.
My uncle used to read all the postcards all the time when he was postman on this block. Of course, they got him on another block now. Cell block 103, I think.
Well, Do you have anything for me?
Yes, for one thing, I have a notice here. A package that was addressed to you was sent to the dead letter office.
Why did they send it there?
Didn't smell too good.
That must be the souvenir my brother said he was sending me from overseas.
Where's he stationed? In Denmark? That was a joke, son. Well, here's a letter from your fiancé.
That's from a finance company. Oh. Can't you read?
No, not when it's written in blood, no. This is their final notice, you know.
How can you tell?
That picture of Jefferson on the stamp's got tears in its eyes. And it's ticking.
Here, give me the letter.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't give it to you just outright like that. There's 2 cents due on it.
Oh, well, it's just from the finance company. I don't want it anyway. Take it back.
I can't take it back. You know the mailman's slogan. Neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet, nor dark of night shall stay these swift couriers from their duly appointed rounds.
Meaning what?
I got bunions on my feet. Now, how about that 2 cents? Come on.
I don't have it. I haven't got a job. My husband's in the army. I've got 2 kids and the mortgage on the house is due. I don't know which way to turn. I'm so depressed. I feel like ending it all.
You listen to Life Can Be Beautiful a lot, don't you? You know, I felt that way once. I started from scratch.
And what happened?
I got blood poisoning. How about that 2 cents? Come on, 2 cents.
No, I haven't. Just return it to the finance company.
Nothing doing. It says on the envelope, return in 5 days, and I can't wait that long.
Well, come back tomorrow. My husband may be home by then.
Oh, I wish I was a pilot delivering airmail.
What difference would that make?
You could tie a string on your letter and yo-yo it to you every morning. Well, I'll try again tomorrow. Mailman.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, I walked so much since I saw you last that my shoes are worn down to my ankle.
So what? They give you a good salary.
They pay me what I'm worth.
Well, that's all right.
No, it's not. I think I ought to get some money. Now, about this letter here, there's 2 cents due on it. You know, if I keep bringing it back, I'm going to have to add a penny carrying charge.
But I won't pay it. Goodbye.
Oh, just a minute. Open the door. The letter's caught in it.
Leave the letter there and go away.
I can't. My hand's still holding on to the letter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, how about the 2 cents is due on this letter from you? Should live so long finance company, huh?
My husband isn't home yet. Try again tomorrow.
Okay, I'll try again tomorrow. Mailman.
Well, what do you want, leafhead?
Hi, your voice has changed, hasn't it?
I'm the lady's husband. I just got back.
Oh, those your shoulders, or are you wearing a stamp letter in your coat, huh?
Say, are you the guy who's been pestering my wife for 2 cents?
I'd knock your head off? Well... Oh, I don't know. What did he look like?
She said he was a puny little jerk with an egg head and owl eyes.
Oh, it looks like I'm trapped, don't it? Huh?
You got a letter for us?
Yep, right here it is.
Well, let's have it. Oh, what are you waiting for? You want a receipt?
No, I want my arm back. Look, you owe me 2 cents on that. There's postage. I'm not leaving until I get it, you know.
Look, if you don't get off the porch, I'm going to throw you off.
You and who else?
Just me.
Oh, I thought you were going to gang up on me. I've never saw such a crowd of people in one person in all my life.
Look, are you going to beat it?
No, I'm not leaving until you pay me that postage on that letter that's due. I'm tired of walking out way out here every day and way back to the post office again. Day after here and out, back and forth. It wears me down.
Oh, it does. Well, I'll fix it so you won't have to exert yourself.
I must have worked overtime. It's a little dark here in the post office now.
Now, medical science offers you proof positive.
No other leading cigarette is safer to smoke. Gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new smoother, better-tasting Raleigh. Yes, proof positive. No other cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new smoother, better-tasting Raleigh.
Babe Ruth, baseball immortal, says, quote,
I've studied the reports myself, and there's no doubt about it. Medical science has proved no other cigarette gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars. Thus, no other is safer to smoke. Raleighs are right. Right for taste, right for throat.
Right, Babe Ruth. And those tests were based on a method used by the United States government. So enjoy Raleigh's rich tobacco, that more satisfying Raleigh flavor. Remember, medical science offers you proof positive.
No other cigarette is safer to smoke because no other gives you less nicotine, less throat-irritating tars than the new, smoother, better-tasting Raleigh.
Tonight, David Forrester and his orchestra play Cole Porter's Begin the Begin. 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 The coupon clippers. This is the story of Clem Kadiddlehopper, who used to clip coupons out of the magazine, send them away, and get clipped right back again. Putty, putty. The cement makes her putty, putty. Ain't it a beautiful day? The grass is getting greener, the trees are greener, my ears are in bloom. I guess I'll go down to the mailbox and see if I got any letters today. Well, here comes the mailman now. There he is.
Howdy, Clem.
Well, Sarah, do howdy doody to you, do. What you doing riding with this guy?
Howdy, Clem.
Well, he picked me up at the station when he was getting the mail bag.
Grabbed you by mistake, huh?
Now, Clem, don't get jealous. Well, Joe here is a new mailman, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I bought her a pair of nylons.
Nylon?
Uh-huh. And they're guaranteed not to run.
They will when they see what they got to cover up.
Clem, you ain't got no right to be sore and making them their nasty remarks.
Look, fella, Sarah Dewey's just helped me deliver the mail. After all, 2 heads are better than one.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been stuck with just one. You'd better watch your step, though, you mail-order Casanova, you. Sarah Dew's my girl.
Since when?
If no one else will have us.
Well, let me tell you something, Clem Q-Cadiddle Hopper.
What's the cue for?
We're playing pool. That's too fast for me, didn't you? Don't stand there racking your brains. Figure it out, will you?
Well, the next time I go out with Joe, I'm going to let him kiss me.
Well, it will serve him right. Never mind that. Do I have any mail today?
Well, Clem, you are a popular man today. I've got a lot of mail for you.
Well, now, there's the one I've been waiting for. Lesson number 2 on how to be the stupidest person alive.
How to be the stupidest person alive?
Yep.
But, Clem, you are the stupidest person.
I know, but when I finish these lessons, I'll be alive.
Clem, you surely don't have to take lessons to be a jerk.
No, but, no, I don't, no. I just want to find out why it takes some people so long, Joe. And after all, refresher course is good now and then.
Oh, Clem, you're a moron.
Yeah, and this is my 50th anniversary, too.
How come you get all this mail?
I clipped coupons.
Well, but, Clem, if you must cut coupons, well, then why don't you send for something worthwhile?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a book on how to raise pigs.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm staying single, I am.
Oh, be serious. There's money in pigs, Clem. Ain't you ever heard? Well, sure, they use everything of a pig but the grunt.
What's wrong with a grunt?
Well, what would you make out of a pig's grunt?
Ointment?
Well, Sarah Dew, I've got to be going. I'll see you on my delivery tomorrow, sugar.
Goodbye. See you later. Something wrong?
Clem, would you please move your feet from in front of my wheels?
Sorry, old man. Go ahead. You got a flat tire. Guess I got to trim my toenails, I guess.
Well, Clem, why don't you wear shoes?
Because you don't make them with the heels in the back.
You know, he is a nice mailman. Well, Clem, shall we look at the rest of your mail? Let's look at this package, huh?
Yeah, there's a package from Charlie Atlas's mother. I've been waiting for that. I sent her a picture of me in a pair of bathing trunks and so that he'll get an idea of what size muscles I'm going to take.
Well, now read the package and let's see what he sent you after he saw your physique.
Good. Well, now, ain't that something? An iron lung.
Oh, and look, what's in this little package here? Oh, an engagement ring.
Yeah, I got that for sending in the tops off of 10 boxes of mothballs.
Well, where did you put the mothballs? In your closet?
No, I didn't want them to get stale, so I ate them.
You ate mothballs?
Yeah.
Well, didn't they make you sick?
It helped.
Do you know what mothballs can do to your system?
Yeah, and I ain't been bothered with more since.
Oh, gee, this here engagement ring is beautiful, Clem. Oh, it's about 10 carats, ain't it?
Yeah, got a few tomatoes in there, too. Held together by celery.
Well, who is the ring for, Clem?
It's for the woman I'm going to marry. I didn't want to tell you, but it's for the woman I'm going to marry.
Does that mean I can wear it?
It certainly does. Of course, you'll have to give it back when the other woman shows up.
Clem, you're insulting. That settles it. We're through, and I never want to see you again. Au revoir.
What you call me?
Au revoir. That's goodbye in French.
Well, same to you. That's goodbye in Cadiddlehopper.
Well, this is the end, Clem.
Now, Sarah, do come back. Don't cross the street. Here comes a California car.
How can you tell?
Instead of a license plate, it's got a pedestrian on the front. Here, I'll save you, Sarah. Do. He's heading right for you. Don't zigzag. He's doing the same thing. He's going to get you.
It's wonderful to be here, safe in your arms.
Yep. I guess we'll just sit here and read the letters, huh? Unless you know some way that we can get off the top of this telephone pole.
Remember, we'll all be back with you next Tuesday at the same time. Red Skelton, David Forrester and his orchestra, Anita Ellis, Verna Felton, Gigi Pearson, Pat McGeehan, and yours truly, Rod O'Connor. Until next Tuesday, then.
This is Red Skelton saying goodbye now, and thanks for listening. Oh, has anyone seen Junior?
Silver anniversary Easter seals mark a quarter century of work for crippled children and for crippled children who grow up. Join the friends of crippled children. Brown and Williamson invites you to other good listening throughout the week. Hear Hildegard tomorrow night in the new Penguin Room, and People Are Funny with Art Linkletter Friday night. And return with Red Skelton next Tuesday. Red Skelton is heard in this program through the courtesy of Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Sir Walter Raleigh, the pipe tobacco that rates superior on all 5 counts. Check them.
A rich, ripe, full-bodied, burley blend.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Mellowed with rum for extra smoothness, deep down satisfying goodness.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Clean smoking right down to bowl bottom. Leaves only a clean, dry ash.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Crimp cut for slow, even, cool burning.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Keeps home sweet home. The brand of grand aroma.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Sooner or later, your favorite tobacco.
Yes, a favorite in the Army, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard, with men everywhere who appreciate quality pipe smoking. Try Sir Walter Raleigh, the quality pipe tobacco of America.
Red Skelton is brought to you by the Brown and Williamson Tobacco Corporation.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Well, sir, it's late afternoon as we enter the small house halfway up in the next block now. And here in the living room we find Mrs. Victor Gook and young Mr. Rush Gook. Mrs. Gook sits near a window darning socks while her son, freshly arrived from school, flings himself acrobatically on the davenport. Listen.
You'll break that.
No.
Will, too. It's getting old. Can't stand such treatment.
I never land on it in a vital spot, Mom. My body hits it at an angle where the springs can absorb the shock.
Davenports don't grow on trees, remember. Cost lots and lots of money. What you been doing since school?
Shooting baskets over in Bluetooth Johnson's backyard. Need me for something? Walked up the alley with Mr. Gifford just now. We got in conversation and doctored up a scheme that's so important your shoes will sink right through the sidewalk.
What Mr. Gifford is that?
Mr. J.J. Gifford. You know, resides in the 700 block on University.
Oh, the contractor man.
Yeah.
What's the big scheme?
Mom, I personally am going to tear down a 3-story brick building.
That's so?
All by myself and with nobody helping.
Where's the building?
Way out in West Mulberry, near College Street. You've been past there. Real old red brick warehouse sort of a looking place.
Oh, just before you make that turn when you want to get on the hard road to Peoria?
That's it.
You're going to tear it down, huh?
All by myself and with nobody helping.
Mr. Gifford tell you could?
The arrangements are all settled. Here's the setup. Mr. Gifford's got the contract to tear down the building. His plans is to start work a week from Monday. Out in the alley just now, I obtained his permission to begin on the job this coming Saturday. A whole week in advance, see? If I haven't got the building demolished by a week from Monday, him and his man will finish it.
It's a job, huh? You get paid?
No, it's not a job. Of course I don't get paid. I'm doing it for the honor.
What honor?
Wouldn't you like to be able to say you tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed? Is there anybody in our family that's ever tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed?
Not that I know of.
Is there anybody in your circle of friends that's ever tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed?
No.
Well, there you are. Why, as far as I know, I may be the only individual in history that can say they tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed. It'll be something I can brag about all my life. Take 20 years from now. Maybe I'm married to some woman or other, and we're riding down West Mulberry Street of a Sunday afternoon with another married couple. I'll never forget along in here, I'll remark kind of casual. Why is that, the married couple will say. When I was age 14, I'll say, I tore down a 3-story brick building, single-handed. Boy, will they stare. My wife will say, why, hubby, you never told me that.
Oh.
Sure. I ought to be able to tear down a 3-story brick building in 7 days.
Sounds like hard work.
Oh, it'll be hard work, all right. What I plan to do is hit the hay good and early nights, get plenty of sleep.
How about school?
It'll be after school I head for West Mulberry Street.
No.
7th hour classes are over at 3 o'clock. I'll come right home and change my clothes. Of course, I'll have to pitch right in. Won't have any extra minutes to fool.
How does a person go about tearing down a 3-story building? Give it a kick?
Oh, there's dozens of ways to begin. Some authorities enjoy starting at the roof and working down. Others recommend starting in the basement and working up. I haven't decided what I'll do yet. Have to sleep on it. This is something you'll be able to brag about, too, Mom.
Yeah?
Sure. Take some afternoon when you're at the Thimble Club. Some lady will say, hello there, Miss Gook. You any relation to Rush Gook? And you'll say, why, yes. He happens to be my son. The lady will say, why, let me shake your hand. I read all about Rush Gook in the Chicago paper. He tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed.
Answer that.
You'll be able to lope around and brag your head off. Hello? Hello, Bluetooth. Oh, did I? Well, take it in the house, will you? Where'd I leave it? On the cistern? Uh-huh. You can give it to me in the morning. Yeah. Thanks, Bluetooth. Okay, fella. So long. I left my algebra book over in Bluetooth's backyard.
Going after it?
No. He'll give it...
Need it tonight to study?
Uh-uh.
Well, what'd you bring it home then for?
Miss Monroe was watching us file out. We generally load up with textbooks on general principles.
Well...
Teachers get a favorable reaction when they see students going home with their arms full of books.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mom, in connection with Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Don't mention about my plans for tearing down the 3-story brick building.
All right.
Because it'd be just like him to horn in.
Uh-huh.
That goes for Smelly Clark and Rooster Davis and Nicer Scott and Leroy Snow and the whole bunch of them. Just keep mum when they're around.
All right.
I want to tear down this building single-handed. Not much glory in just helping tear down a building.
Mm-hmm.
So keep it under your hat.
All right.
Boy, will I swagger around school after I've accomplished this. The guys will say, "Hey, where were you all last week? You never showed up at Tapman's vacant lot." I'll say kind of easy and casual. "Last week? What was I doing last? Oh, I tore down a 3-story brick building." "Oh, go on," they'll say. "That's no joke," I'll say. "I tore down a 3-story brick building, single-handed." That high school will be so full of jealous individuals you can cut them with a knife.
Answer that.
Okay.
I suspect it's Ruthie.
Hello? Hello, fella. Oh, shot a few baskets over at Bluetooth. Uh-huh. Tonight? Well, nothing that I know of. Just a second. Mom, we going any place this evening?
I guess not.
Milton Welch wants to go down to the YM and watch the fat men play handball.
No studying to do,
Uh-uh.
I don't care.
Milton? Sure. Yeah. Okay, why don't you come by and holler? All right. Well, that's fine then. Okay, fella. See you after supper. So long. He's coming past and pick me up. Don't mention about me in the 3-story brick building.
All right.
Because he'd like some of the glory.
Mm-hmm.
I expect I'll be worn to a frazzle when this is over and done with. My hands will be blistered, my back will be sore, and I'll probably have bruises all over my body. But it's worth it. Rush Gook, individual aged 14 years, that tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Don't that sound fancy? Rush Gook, the individual aged 14 years, that tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed. Rush Gook, the individual aged 14 years, that tore down a 3-story brick building.
Oh, those kids. Don't they ever do anything but telephone?
I'll get it.
It's getting to be a nuisance.
Well? Yes? Yes, just 1 second.
Miss Denbottom?
I don't think so. Sounds more like Miss Husher.
Hello? Oh, yes, hello there. Oh, fine. Uh-huh. Really? Uh-huh. Well, say. Oh, you bet. Where do you bet your boots? Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, I certainly will. Well, thanks 1,000 times. I'll do the same for you one of these days. All right, Miss Trogle. Yes. All right. Goodbye. Oh, Miss Trogle was expecting a whole bunch of people for supper and baked 4 apple pies. The people ain't coming, so she says if you'll come over, she'll give us 2 of them.
Oh, gosh. Walk clear over to West Monroe Street?
You know what Miss Trogle's pies are.
Yeah, but, golly, 700 block on West Monroe.
Are you too delicate to walk that far?
No, but I've had such a tough day. Calisthenics in the gym this afternoon and shooting baskets in Bluetooth Johnson's backyard afterwards. I'm tired.
Listen to who's talking.
Huh?
You know who's talking, don't you?
Who?
Rush Gook, the individual aged 14 years that tore down a 3-story brick building single-handed.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block.
A special rebroadcast for the American Armed Forces and their allies. You're invited to drop in where the elite meet to eat. Duffy's Tavern.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Archie the man just speaking. Duffy ain't here. Hello, Duffy. Tonight, Gracie Field. Yeah, the English Nightingale. Well, she sings them Cockney songs. Cockney, you know, it's Englishman with a Brooklyn accent. Well, she was in that picture, Holy Matrimony. No, Duffy, she wasn't the bearded lady. That was Monty Woolley. Gracie was the singer. Yeah. Has she got a music? The biggest ass possessor of them all? Yeah, I imagine she's probably got it.
She's now singing at the Waldorf Astoria. Yeah, and Duffy, I've been trying to figure it out. Why does the Waldorf make so much more money than we do? See? And I got the answer. They got a hotel on top of the joint. So I was thinking, that back room where we keep the pig's feet. Well, you see, that could be the bridal suite. And hello? He hung up. Now, Eddie, we got to get the Duffy Chorio hotel ready for occupancy. Did you remove the pig's feet out of the back room?
Yeah.
How does the room look?
To high heaven.
You mean the room still...
Mr. Archie, now you might get away with calling this place the Duffy Archoria, but you'll never be able to call that room the Rose Room. By the way, there's another thing wrong with that bedroom.
What?
There ain't no bed in it.
I knew I forgot about something. A bed. Well, I'll tell you what. Get down to the cellar and get them 2 empty potato sacks down there. Go over to Brunschweiger Chicken Market, Eddie, and tell Brunschweiger to pluck us a mattress.
Suppose you want it out of Inner Spring Chicken.
Well, that's...
Hey, what a hotel.
What's wrong with this hotel?
This is the kind of hotel where when the tenants get rich, they move to a flop house. Ain't nobody gonna be dumb enough to sleep here.
What? Nobody gonna be dumb enough to sleep here, huh?
All right.
Finnegan, you look tired.
Yes, Josh, I am quite fatigued. Fatigue always makes me so tired. I slept a sleepless night last night.
You did, huh?
Yeah, I can't sleep when somebody snores.
Well, who was snoring?
I was.
You mean you snore so loud you keep yourself awake?
Well, it ain't so bad when I go... But when I go... I blow the cupboard door. I am seriously thinking of moving to a hotel.
Well, welcome, Transient. Finnegan, how would you like to move into our back room?
The room with the pig's feet?
Well, we're taking them out, Finnegan.
No.
Well, why not?
I have been in that room. It wouldn't be so bad when I went... But how could I sleep if I ever went...
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we better put a window in that room.
Well, Archie, here I am.
Here who, miss?
Miss Duffy, the beautiful innkeeper's daughter.
Your old man ain't so beautiful.
You know what I mean.
Well, the way you should say it is Miss Duffy, the beautiful daughter of the innkeeper, which is grammatically correct, but physically impossible.
That's a good joke on Papa. I'll have to tell it to Mama.
What a brain.
Hi, that's not old school. You dirty sporty. You dirty swindler.
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to come back here after swindling me with that oil stock last week. I thought at least you would have the decency to eschew this joint.
Art, it was just a prank. I swear by me warden.
But why did you have to do it to me?
Well, it was my first attempt at swindling, and I thought it would be more honest to swindle somebody who wouldn't press charges. Art, don't be sore. I am in trouble enough.
What's your trouble?
My landlady threw me out this morning. I've been going nuts all day trying to find me a room.
Is that so? Eddie, what do you think? Should I forgive him and rent him that room?
Yeah, it'll serve him right.
Crackpot, you see, we're turning our place into a hotel, and we can rent you one of our better rooms.
One of your better rooms, huh? Has it got a bed?
A bed? How long are you planning to stay?
Well, has it at least got running water?
Well, what would be the good of having running water? It ain't got no sink.
Well, how am I going to wash me face?
Wash it? That's not. This is a hotel room, not a beauty parlor.
Well, look, is there a towel?
For what do you want a towel if you can't wash?
What's the guy going to use to shine his shoes?
What everybody else uses, the bed sheet.
Okay, I'll take it. What's the number of me room?
What number would you like?
You mean I can have me choice of rooms?
No, but you can have your choice of numbers. Here's a piece of chalk. You can write it on the door yourself. 105, 205.
Do you mind if I make it 905? I like to sleep high up.
Oh. Well, take yourself. Front. Hey, Front, will you come in?
Yes?
Oh, Front, show this gentleman his luggage to room 905.
905. Give me that thing and go air it out.
Thanks, Front. Don't shout. If you want something, ring for it. That's what the dishpan is for.
Okay. Hey,
What?
there's termites in me room.
Come in, termites. That guy was giving this hotel a bad name.
Hey, look who keeps coming. The WC Field.
Senator, that's Gracies Field. Well, Miss Fields, welcome to the Duffy Artillery. How do you like our little new tavern?
It's very quaint. Reminds me of a little inn I used to know in Lancashire.
Oh, yeah? What was the name of it?
The sign of a greasy goat.
What a coincidence. We were going to put Duffy's picture outside. No.
This little Lancashire inn was a lot of fun, Archie. The guests used to spend most of the night throwing darts.
That's the night throwing darts. What a dump. We set traps. Well, Gracies, Dickie Doon, would you care for a spot of off and off?
What?
Off and off.
Off what and off what? I think the man's an off-wit.
Eddie, I think the gentleman in 905 is ringing.
What room was that again?
905.
Don't I ask a serious question?
Does everyone hit their phones when they want room service?
No, only 905. All the other room has buzzers.
And why don't you have a buzzer in 905?
Then how would we know it was 905? You see? Oh, Gracie, I would like you to meet Miss Duffy, the hotel's daughter.
Oh, Miss Fields, I thought you were wonderful in that picture with Monkey Roy. Thanks very much. How does it feel to kiss a man with a beard? I'm dying of curiosity. Haven't you ever kissed a man with a beard? No. Have you ever kissed a man with a mustache? No. Have you ever kissed a man who needed a shave? No. No wonder you're dying of curiosity. Yeah, but you haven't answered me. How did it feel to kiss Monty? Willie. Yeah, but why are you so interested in finding out how it feels to kiss a man with a beard?
Well, you see, Gracie, from the way things have been going with Miss Duffy lately, her last hope is Santa Claus. Look, Miss Duffy, this has been a very nice game of beaver, but I would like Miss Fields to render a song for the crowd here. What do you say, Gracie?
Okay, Hopkins.
Okay, swell. I'll announce you.
Excuse me, Mr. Archie, but Mr. O'Toole, the gentleman at 905, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to pay a month's rent in advance. He gave me this $10 bill.
A $10 bill for a month's rent? What kind of a place does the guy think this is? Have you got nothing smaller?
No, just a brand new $10 bill.
Okay, I'll give him change. Gee, this is a bright new 10, ain't it? Let's see now, a month's rent. Here's his change, $8. Okay, I'll announce your song, Gracie. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present Miss Gracie Fields, singing from the Sawdust Grove of the Duffy Artillery Hotel, located in the heart of Times Square, 23rd Street and 3rd Avenue. Take it, Maestro Van Steeden.
something new. My arms enfolding you. Never knew this thrill before. Whoever thought I'd be holding you close to me? It's spring, it's June. I adore you. Just wonder if you should leave me. Each little dream would take wing, and my life would be love me forever and make all my dreams come true. There's your dose, a little lassie-daddy, diddly-daddy-do, what you? There's your dose, a little lassie-daddy, diddly-daddy-do, what you? If the words sound queer and funny to you there, a little bit jumbled and jivey, sing this, eat out and go eat out and little and see what do they eat? There's your dose, a little lassie-daddy, diddly-daddy-do, what you? Diddly-daddy-do, what did you?
Gracie, why should a dame with a talent like yours sing in a dump like the Waldorf?
A dump? A dump? Why, you. What's the American expression that means nincompoop?
Dirt?
No.
Soap?
No.
Dumbbell?
No.
Look, pick one out and let's get on with the conversation. Now, what I think is that you ought to be singing here instead of that joint. You know, a joint like that Waldorf.
905, I presume.
Front. Hey, front.
Oh, I'm getting tired. You're going to have to get another waiter or a second front.
Boy, that 905 makes more trouble than all our other guests together. Look, Gracie, leave us get down to business now.
Mr. Archie, Mr. O'Toole and 905 wants to pay another month's rent in advance.
Another month, huh? Well, gee, ain't that cute. Crackpot, he's trying to make up for swindling with me last week, I guess. Where's the dough, Eddie?
That is another nice, crisp, new $10 bill.
All right, Eddie. Here's the change. Boy, this keeps the hotel crowded right up until June. Well, Gracie, leave us get down to business, as I said. What would we have to give you to get you to leave the Waldorf and come down here?
Chloroform.
Gracie, I'm serious. Look, here's what we're willing to do. I understand the new one you made as high as 10 pounds a week, see? We're willing to double that. We'll pay you 20 shillings. Fair enough?
20 shillings, Archie. 20 bob is less than a guinea.
Would you mind playing that back again?
Well, listen here. 4 threepenny bits make a shilling. Also, 2 sixpences make a shilling. 8 half-crowns make a pound, and a shilling is also 1/20 of a pound. To double a penny, you'd have to take in about 20 quid.
Boy, a guy could go nuts over there in a crap game. But anyways, Gracie, what we're offering you is $10 a week. You know, what use English call a moon and sixpence. Wait a minute. I'll do better. I'll give you 50% of the gross profit of this hotel.
Back to the 20 shillings again.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's early yet. Wait until the rush starts.
What rush? You mean 905 is going to go out and come in again?
Look, where do you see the rush? We'll fix the rush. Excuse me. Hey, Finnegan, Benay, Danny, come here. I want to talk to you. We got to make this hotel look like a busy...
Front, 905?
Right. Well, I'm getting to know this hotel by heart. Look, now, Gracie, you're going to see. Business going to start picking up any minute.
Mr. Arthur?
Oh, you're back quick. What does Crackpot want now?
This time he would like 2 5s for a 10.
Not one of them brand new 10s? If I give him all my change, all I got left is $7.
He said to take whatever you got.
Well, if he wants to be a sucker. Okay. Now, look, Gracie, as I was saying, business should be picking up very soon. As I was saying, business should be picking up very soon.
Pardon me.
Good afternoon, sir. Duffy Artillery at your service. What service can we be to you of, sir?
My name is John Smith. And this charming young lady is my bridal suite.
Just married, I presume, eh, sir?
Newlywed. Anyway, dear.
Yes, and ooh, is Mommy's little lammy pie.
Yeah, and ooh, Poppy's big veal cutlet.
Where do these people get the point?
Look, Mr. Smith, what can we do for you and your veal cutlet here?
What's up,
Yeah. Now, Lammy Pie and I were about to sweep.
Mrs. Smith, I regret that at the moment we are filled up. I fear we will not have a room until 1947.
I don't think we can wait.
You see, Gracie, we're turning them away. Now, what do you say? We'll give you $10 a week plus percentage.
You're talking through your hat. You couldn't hire me anyway. I'd have to audition for Duffy. He's the boss of this place.
Oh, yeah? Duffy is married a sole owner and proprietor. I'm the real figurehead. And I want you to know that what I say goes around here. Gracie, it looks like you'll have to audition. What do you say?
Okay, I guess there's only one way out for me. Sing the worst song I know.
The worst song you know? What's the worst song you know?
You know. I stand here at good old Duffy's, where the elite meet taste.
Foisted by me own petard.
Me red corpuscles are racing, I await for you, my sweet. In me hand is a diamond and pearls. We should honor it out to the world. Leave us no longer pretend that you are merely a friend, for it is wrote in the stars above. Though we have tried to act cold, suddenly lo and get hold. Leave us face it, we're in love.
I'll always be in England, but this is the end of Leave Us Face It.
Leave us not blush with no shame. If people bandage our name, shoes and those rights are worth dreaming of.
Eddie, is that criticism or has she been eaten here?
Stories like in our two eyes could win the Piccola Prize. Leave us face it, we're in love. In some other life, we will make it.
She's not.
Now mine, not the thine, just the sign of the mine has been reincarcerated. So I drop at your feet. Don't leave me like incomplete. I'm like a turtle without a job.
She must have had here.
Love life ain't meant to be in.
Gracie, sound your H's.
Head, no, but it's the bench. Leave us face it.
That song really did you justice. Yep, you're hired. Now, here's your first week's salary in advance, Gracie. A nice, crisp, new $10 bill.
Thank you. Wait a minute. This $10 bill. Did Alexander Hamilton always look like this?
Let's see. Now, wait a minute. That ain't Alexander Hamilton. That's Crackpot O'Toole. The baby cook, he's been counting food and dough back there. And putting his own picture on it. He ain't only a cook, he's an egomaniac. That's Sadie Cook. Oh.
Shall I see what the gentleman in 905 wants?
See what he wants. Then he go out and get Clancy to count.
But Crackpot wants room service.
We'll give it to him. 20 years of it.
Before we leave Duffy, let us put a couple of nickels in Duffy's jukebox. The cat is spinning, the needle comes down, it's music. That to me is what your eyes are. Softly skies and April skies are. Tell me someday it will fill that promise with a thrill. Skies, flashing eyes in which my hopes fly. Let me show you where my heart lies. Let me through the little doors, that loveliness of yours. All my life I felt intensity. I gave it the skies now. I only want to melt the stardust in your eyes. Skies, whenever will my lips know if it's me for whom knows I flow? Makes no difference where you are. Your eyes still hold my wishing star. Oh, skies, how lovely you This rebroadcast is a presentation of the Armed Forces Radio Service.
The movie star, but every Sunday night for the last 52 weeks, he's been the star of The Life of Riley. Now we're going to hear a few words from this one-year-old radio star. Say something, Bill.
Da, da. Goo, goo, da, da.
The American Meat Institute presents The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. Meat people of America, providing a great food for a great nation. 5 million farmers and ranchers raising fine meat animals. 600,000 men and women in more than 3,500 meat packing plants. 400,000 meat retailers. All doing their level best to fill your daily needs. And now, on behalf of all these, the American Meat Institute brings you The Life of Riley. Like most fathers, Chester A. Riley, California war worker, is full of pride in his son Junior, and never seems to learn that pride goeth before a fall. Right now, Riley's at it again. He wants Junior to enter the Silver Gloves Amateur Contest and is out in the backyard trying to sell Junior the idea. Listen.
But, Pop, I don't think I box good enough to be in the Silver Gloves contest.
Oh, don't be so modest, Junior. Let me be the one who's modest. With the benefit of my training, you can't possibly lose. And don't forget, you'll be wearing the colors of the BPLA.
The BPLA, Pop?
Well, sure, my club, the Brooklyn Patriots of Los Angeles. All the social and athletic clubs are entering some kid. It's for charity. And the BPLA is counting on you.
Yeah, and the referee will be counting over me.
No, he won't, Junior. I happen to know the referee, Muggsy Donovan, personal. And, Junior, he can't count up to 10. Besides, I'm your manager, your trainer, your sparring partner, and your father. And all four of us say you can't lose.
But, Pop...
And another thing, Junior. Boxers are very popular, especially with girls of the opposite sex.
They are, Pop?
Girls like men who can protect them. A man who can fight as a knight in shining armor. A regular Sir Gallagher or Punchalot.
Girls like boxers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pop, I'm entering the bout.
Atta boy. Now, come on, we'll start your training right away. First, I'm going to show you a tricky uppercut. I call it my Sunday punch.
Why, Pop?
Well, when I hit a fellow with this punch, he always lands on his weekend.
Okay, Pop, go ahead and show me.
Now, watch me. First, I feint with my left, see?
Then with my right, I bring up a haymaker like this. Where are you, Junior?
Over here, behind you.
Oh.
Listen, Pop, can't the other fella hit you when your legs are all tangled up like that?
Sure, I'm wide open for a right hook, but if he tries it, I'll block it with my jaw. Hey, now you try it on me. Look, I'll get down on my knees so I'm more your size. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh, I don't want to hurt you.
I just figured that I'm your sparring partner as well as your trainer. Forget I'm your father. Don't worry, I'll duck. Come on, let me have the old 1-2. Come on.
Well, okay. 1, 2. Gosh, Pop, it worked.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, your trainer was so busy watching your styles that your sparring partner forgot to duck. And I think your father is getting a black eye. Come on, Peg, let's finish up the dishes fast. Huh?
Honest, Riley, I don't understand what's going on in that mind of yours.
Now, Dumplin', don't worry about my mind. It's very simple.
First, you invite Junior to hit you in the eye, and then as a reward, you do these dishes for him.
Well, I don't want Junior to do no more dishes for a while. Dishwater's liable to soften up his hands.
Hasn't done much for me. Look, I'm telling you for the last time, I'm not going to let our boy grow up to be a prize fighter with those broccoli ears.
Not broccoli, cauliflower. And don't worry, Junior can take care of himself. He's got my fighting blood in his veins.
Your fighting blood. Look at that black eye he gave you.
I let him hit me to give him confidence. I think the swelling's going down a little, though. When I close my good eye, I can very dimly see the icebox there.
That's the gas meter you're looking at. Oh, Riley, don't you think it's dangerous to let Junior fight?
Junior's my boy also. Remember, a father's got mother love, too. Why, with me training Junior, nobody's going to lay a glove on him. It's like I was saying to Jim Gillis.
So that's it. You and that Jim Gillis have been boasting to each other again.
Now, Peg, listen.
And you said that Junior was a better fighter than Gillis's boy, Egbert.
I did not. This time you got me all wrong. It was Gillis that said Egbert was a better fighter than Junior.
Oh, the idea. Two grown men getting two little boys to fight each other.
Well, in the first place, it ain't fighting, it's boxing.
What's the difference?
Well, boxing's more gentlemanly. When you knock the guy's teeth out, you wear gloves. And in the second place, Egbert don't figure in this at all anyway, because only Junior is representing the BPLA. Boy, is Gillis going to be jealous when he hears about it.
Pop, I finished my homework. Let's go and enter me in the bout.
Okay, Sonny. Peg, we're going down to see the boxing promoter, Rosinface Moore. Rosinface is managing the tournament.
Oh, I give up. Now, Riley, look, promise me one thing.
Yes.
Arrange it so that the boy who fights Junior won't hit him.
Oh, sure. Come on, Jeff.
All right, next entry.
Mr. Moore, I want to sign up for the schoolboy division of the Silver Gloves.
Schoolboy?
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're a little late. You should have been here 25 years ago.
Oh, I ain't the schoolboy. I'm entering my son here, Battling Kid Riley. He's representing the BPLA.
No, you're too late, Riley. We already have one entry from that club.
Oh, gee, Pop, how can that be?
Well, it can't.
Well, it is. Mr. Gillis entered his son Egbert for the BPLA 5 minutes ago.
Why, the double-crosser, the traitor. That kid Egbert Gillis can't represent the BPLA. He's a cream puff.
Just a minute, Riley. I heard that crack, and I don't like it.
Relax, Gillis. That Egbert of yours couldn't fight his way through a sheet of Kleenex.
He could so, but who can get Kleenex today?
Look at this black eye my junior gave me. I don't see your boy giving you no black eye.
Well, of course not. Brung him up better. He only fights kids his own size.
Is that so? Well, he better not pick on my junior. My boy can lick your boy with one of my hands tied behind your back.
Why, you won't...
Now, wait a minute. Just a minute. Just a second, man. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let down the rules and let both boys represent your club. Against each other.
Then the winner will be the champion of the BPLA.
Hello? Oh, hello, Pointy. Well, sure, I think Junior will win. What? Oh, okay, Pointy. Thanks for tipping me off. So long. Peg, guess what?
Guess what?
I just heard that Jim Gillis is having his kid trained by Slug Malloy, ex-welterweight champion of the Santa Monica Pier.
Professional? Oh, is that fair?
What a snaky thing to do. What an underhanded trick. Only a shift and conniving weasel would do a thing like that. Why didn't I think of it?
Riley, I'm worried about this
Oh,
fight.
well, don't worry, Dumplin'. I promise you that Junior won't get hurt. Why, it's such a sure thing I've been laying 3-1 that Junior will win.
3-1?
Yes.
Where are you going to get the money to cover all those bets?
Well, who needs money? I bet Muley Dirk and 3 mows of his lawn to 1 trim of our hedge. All I hope is Junior watches his training. Well, what do you have for lunch?
Don't see. 2 sandwiches and a glass of milk and a chocolate eclair.
A chocolate eclair. Again with the custard. If you must feed them eclairs, please see that they're filled with meat. Oh, there's Junior now. Is that you, Champ?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, Peg, start dishing out that grub. And Champ, sit down at that table and start packing it away. Go ahead, kid.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, Junior, you got to build up your weight or Egbert's liable to beat you.
No, he won't.
That's the way I like to hear you talk.
Because I'm not going to fight Egbert.
Junior, I didn't quite understand you. I can't hear with my mouth full.
I'm not going to fight Egbert.
Well, I think he's being sensible. I'm glad that's settled.
Well, it ain't settled. What do you mean you won't fight Egbert? Why won't you?
Well, I can't tell you why, Pop. Oh, please don't ask me.
Junior, there's only one type of a boy who runs away from a fight.
I can't help it. I don't want to fight. I just want to be left alone.
Junior, come back here. Hey, I know why he's running out. He's scared. He must have heard how Egbert was being trained by a professional. My own son, a coward.
Oh, come now. How do you know?
I just got a feeling. You know me. I'm psychopathic.
Well, Riley seems to have lost the first round in his fight to make Junior a Silver Glove champ. Round 2 follows in just a moment. But in the meantime, this is Ken Niles speaking for me. Let me tell you what Mrs. Niles did for me at dinner last night, Saturday night. I sat down hungry. Yes, even radio announcers get that way. Hungry as a bear. Well, in she comes with a deep-covered dish, hot as a firecracker. First, I get a friendly fragrance, and then I take off the lid. Inside it's brown and warm, chunks of good lean beef in a steaming liquid, fluffy islands of dumplings, carrots, onions, potatoes. I lift off a dumpling, and then I take the biggest ladle we have in the house, scoop, fill, lift, and serve. In that homey mixture on my plate are meat, vegetables, dumplings, and all. The name of that mealtime masterpiece is beef stew, bubbling, body beef stew. And Mrs. Niles said, honey, it took only about a pound of stew meat to build that stew. It only cost me 2 red points out of the 100 the 2 of us have this month. Well, ladies, that all goes to show there are still a lot of ways to keep meat on the table, even in these days of tighter rationing. Look for the low-point meats in your market, short ribs, for instance, or sausage. Just 1 to 3 points per pound. Most of the variety meats, such as kidney and hearts and pork and lamb liver, are still point-free. Remember, when you keep meat on the menu, you keep getting those highest quality essential proteins. For meat is a yardstick of protein foods because meat measures up to every protein need. And now back to the life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. It's round 2 of Riley's struggle to persuade his son to meet young Egbert Gillis in the Silver Gloves boxing tournament tonight. Junior's last-minute refusal to fight left Riley down, but not quite out.
I guess I should never have depended on Junior. I guess I'm just a big dope. Well, you might have the courtesy to deny it.
Why should I? You got yourself into this. Now take the consequences.
Yeah. I can just see myself paying off the bet I made with Ike Shanahan, the barber.
What? You made a bet with the barber, too?
Yeah. If Junior wins, Ike's got to give me a 6-month supply of haircuts. 3 haircuts. If Junior loses, I got to cut my own hair and stand in the window of Ike's barber shop with a sign around my neck which says, "Let Ike cut your hair or someday you look like this."
Next time, don't bet.
Junior can't treat me this way even if I am his father. I'm going to have another talk with him. Junior, come in here. Peg, where you go?
I've got the dishes to do.
All the ships are deserting the sinking rat.
What do you want, Pop?
Junior, you've been a great disappointment to me, you know that?
I know.
And you still won't tell me why you won't fight Egbert tonight?
Well, I can't tell you, Pop.
Well, you don't have to, because I know why.
You do?
Sure, you're just afraid to spoil your good looks. But you shouldn't be, Junior. I'm the one who should be afraid, because after all, you got them from me.
Honest, Pop, I ain't afraid of spoiling my looks.
But, Junior, how can you run away from a fight? You were born in Brooklyn, Junior.
I'm sorry I got you in this jam.
I don't care about myself. I don't even care about Gillis and the boys ribbing me, but what I can't take is the thought that my own son is a...
I'm not a coward, Pop. Honest, I ain't. It's something else.
Yes, Junior?
It's on account of Marilyn Morris, my girl. She said if I went in that ring, she'd never speak to me again.
Is that all?
Oh, don't laugh, Pop. You don't know what it means to be in love.
You'd better not let your mother hear that. I know plenty about love, and it's just like General Sherman said, love is war. Listen, Junior, suppose Marilyn said she'd let you fight.
Boy, if she only would, Pop, I'd get in that ring and tear Egbert to pieces. He's always trying to get Marilyn away from me.
Junior, get your trunks and bathrobe together and be ready to leave for the arena on a minute's notice.
Sit down, Mr. Riley, won't you?
Oh, thanks, Marilyn. Now, you sit down, too, huh?
Now, what did you want to see me about, Mr. Riley?
Well, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Same to you, too. Well, Marilyn, I believe in coming right to the point. I'm here on a sort of a peace mission. You gotta let Junior fight tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't approve of fighting.
But, Marilyn, fighting builds a boy up. It makes a He-Man out of him. And girls like He-Men. Look at Van Johnson. Look at Frank Sinatra. Oh, no, look back at Van Johnson.
Well, maybe that's so, but I just don't want Junior's ears to look like Brussels sprouts.
Cauliflower.
Mr. Riley, you may as well know now as later. I'm planning to make Junior my husband.
You are, huh? Well, in that case, I'll have to double his 50-cent allowance.
Oh, we won't get married for a little while.
Oh.
We're thinking of June 9th, 1956.
Oh, well, if you're going to marry him, you should let him box, because boxing prepares a man for married life. I mean, if Junior learns now how to take it on the chin, when he's married and older, he can take it on both of his chins. So, what do you say? Let Junior fight, huh?
Oh, Junior's perfectly free to do what he wants. All I said was if he fights, I'll never speak to him again.
You call that freedom? Marilyn, are you sure you were never married before?
Why, Mr. Riley.
Oh, I was only kidding. Listen, Marilyn. Marilyn, if you don't let Junior fight tonight and he loses by default, Junior won't have no self-respect. And when a woman makes a man lose his self-respect, he can never forgive her.
Oh, I never looked at it like that. I wouldn't want Junior to... Mr. Riley, I've changed my mind.
Oh, that's great.
It's my duty to see that Junior wins.
Oh, don't worry. I think he'll win.
I know he'll win.
Oh, you're a swell kid, Marilyn. And it's okay for you to marry Junior. I'm hereby giving you his hand. The one with the paycheck in it. Oh, Mr. Moore, how's the big promoter, huh?
Fine, Riley, fine. We're going to have a capacity crowd tonight.
Yep.
A lot of people want to see your boy mix it with young Gillis.
Oh, sure. All my pals are out there, too, and Battling Kid Riley is all set.
Where's Moore?
Right here, Mr. Gillis. What's wrong?
Where's Egg Bite? Have you seen my Egg Bite? Where is he?
Don't you know?
No. The last I know, he was going over to see some little kid, Marilyn Morris. I just called her. She said he never showed up. The kid is missing.
Ha! He's smart.
Now, listen, Gillis. You're putting me in a fine spot. There's a big crowd upstairs waiting to see the Riley Gillis bout. If we don't give them one, we got to turn back the money. The charity loses, and I look like a heel.
Well, my Junior's here. He ain't afraid.
My Egg Bite ain't afraid. He's just missing.
I wish I could find a substitute fight.
I wouldn't be surprised if Egg Bite was kidnapped.
Why would anybody kidnap Egg Bite?
Somewhere I got to find another fight.
I know why. And I think I know who done it.
Gillis, who do you think you're looking at?
Who do you think I'm looking at?
I asked you first.
Somewhere I got to find another... Wait a minute, I got one right under my nose.
You want to make something out of this, Gillis?
I do if you do.
Okay, I dare you to knock this chip off my shoulder.
There ain't no chip on your shoulder.
Well, I dare you to put one on.
Now, wait a minute, gentlemen, wait a minute. Never fight for nothing. Now, there's a big crowd upstairs waiting to see the Gillis-Riley bout. Well, they're going to see it.
But the kids can't fight. His kid ain't here.
Well, your name's Riley, ain't it? His name is Gillis, ain't it? I'm putting you two in the ring. Gillis versus Riley, just as advertised.
Now, wait a minute.
Lie quiet on this table, Pop, so I can rub you down. You ain't nervous, are you, Pop?
Who, me? No. If you notice me shaking, I'm just loosening up my muscles. Why don't we get going?
Pop, don't forget your old Sunday punch.
Yeah, but this here is only Saturday.
Well, what's worrying you, Pop?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I'm only thinking about poor old Gillis. Him and me been pals for years. Now I got to go upstairs and punch him all over the ring. I hope.
Okay, Riley, let's go.
Now?
Yeah, that crowd won't wait much longer. Come on, let's get into the ring.
Okay, I'm ready.
Well, don't be so nervous.
I ain't nervous. Wait, where's my gloves?
They're tied to your hands.
Where's my hands? Never mind, I won't need them. Let's go.
Marilyn will come in, dear.
Thank you, Mrs. Riley. May I hear the fights on your radio? They won't let me listen at home.
Why, yes. Come into the living room. But I thought you didn't like boxing, Marilyn.
I don't, but I just want to hear them announce that Junior wins by default.
Well, how do you know he'll win by default?
You'll see.
Well, I'll tune the radio in.
And now, folks, it's time for the main bout. Gillis versus Riley. This is the fight we've been waiting for, folks.
They'll have a long wait.
Oh, listen, something's happening.
And now the two contestants are climbing into the ring. Here's Riley, and here's Gillis.
I don't understand it. Egbert can't be there.
Official weights of the two contestants. Gillis, 180 pounds.
What?
And Riley weighs in at 195.
100. What's happened to Junior?
They're getting a big cheer, folks. After all, they stepped in at the last moment to take the place of their son, Junior Riley and Egbert Gillis.
Oh, Marilyn, it's not Junior and Egbert. It's my husband and Mr. Gillis.
The men are fighting each other. I knew it couldn't be Egbert, because I locked him in our cellar.
You did what?
thought Junior could win by default.
Well, there's the gong. The fight is on. Now, if they'll only come out of their corner. Now they're up off their stools. They rush each other and... Oh, they miss each other and land on the ropes. This is the battle of the century. These bums couldn't hit each other in 100 years.
Oh, gee, this is dreadful.
Now the referee pulls them back in the center. Now they spar. Go, Riley, let's go with a haymaker, and wham! The referee is down. The referee is up again. Now he's down again. It was Gillis got it that time. Now both fighters are picking up the referee. Oh, Gillis trips Riley. They drop the referee. Riley slugs Gillis. Gillis slugs Riley. The referee is up. Now he's down. Now they're all down. I can't see what's going on. Well, that's the end of round one, folks, and what a fight. I wish you could be here. This is for charity, folks. They say charity begins at home, and that's where Riley and Gillis wish they were.
And that's where they ought to be, those two.
And remember, folks, these prize fights come to you through the courtesy of Digger Odell, the friendly undertaker. Whose motto is, when you think of boxing, think of me. Round two. The men come out. No, wait, they're not coming out. That last round seems to have winded them. Well, this will be a no decision bout, and yes, Riley is coming out. Punchy but game. Now Gillis is up too. Oh, what a fight. They stagger to the center. No! Gillis is down. But Riley never touched him. He must have fainted. Riley is counting over Gillis. I forgot to say the referee didn't come out for this round. 3, 4.
My, I thought prize fights lasted longer than this.
I think they're supposed to, but not with those two in there.
7, 8, 9, 10. It's all over, folks. Riley is holding up Riley's hand. The winner, Jester Riley. Come over here to the microphone, Riley. Say a few words to the radio audience. What's the matter, Riley? You too winded to talk?
No, I got plenty of wind. Only it goes in and out of my mouth too fast. It was a great fight, folks. And the best man won. I feel fine. Gillis never laid a glove on me. But if Jake of Jake's Meat Market is in the house, I want to order 2 steaks. One for each eye.
The Rileys will be back in just a moment. Well, this is about the time of year when most folks get hungry for a good sausage breakfast. Not just on Sunday, but now and then throughout the week. Well, as long as pork sausage takes only 2 or 3 points a pound, I say let's have it. And if you want to stretch the sausage out a little, you can make mine with cottage fried potatoes on the side and some good cream gravy. Or give me my breakfast sausage pieced out with scrambled eggs or crisp fried mush. Or some nice red apple slices browned in the drippings. But give me sausage. Mm-hmm. And while I'm talking about it, I'll add that the tasty lean in that sausage has the right kind of proteins, the kind that everyone, old or young, needs to build and rebuild tissues. All meat has these proteins of highest quality. Meat is a yardstick of protein foods because meat measures up to every protein need. All these nutritional statements made about meat are accepted by the Council on Foods and Nutrition of the American Medical Association.
Folks, this is William Bendix getting personal for just a moment. Tonight is something of an occasion for all of us who are part of the life of Riley. This is our 52nd program. And even with Riley's arithmetic, that makes us 1 year old. Thank you. For a year now, I've wanted to pay public tribute to the fine actors who comprise our regular cast. First, Riley's wife, Dumplin', played by a very, very pretty gal, Paula Winslow.
Oh, Phil, bend it.
When television comes, her blush will be a sensation. Riley's son, Junior, is Conrad Binion, and Jim Gillis is John Brown. Not heard in tonight's story are Riley's daughter, Babs, who is Sharon Douglas, Waldo Binney, played by Dink Trout, Digger Odell, the Merry Undertaker, played also by John Brown, and, of course, our announcer, Ken Meat is a yardstick of Protein Foods, Niles. For all of us, it's been a pleasant privilege to meet you at your radio each Sunday. And if we've succeeded in giving you a smile or two, well, that's the nicest birthday present we could possibly have. Good night, and see you next week.
Follow The Life of Riley, presented by the American Meat Institute, next week at this same time. William Bendix plays Riley by arrangement with Hal Roach. The Life of Riley is written by Ashmead Scott, Alan Lipscott, and Reuben Shipp. It is directed by Don Bernard, with music by Lou Cosmo. Our engineer is Thor LaCroix. This is Ken Niles saying, see you next week.
This is the Blue Network. 7:30 at KECA, Los Angeles.
The makers of Postman, the favorite mealtime drink in 3 million American homes, present your favorite radio friends, Lum and Abner. I'd intended tonight to talk particularly to business people, but a letter came in that took the words right out of my mouth. So I'm going to let the woman who wrote the letter tell her own story.
My job calls for long hours and plenty of real hard work. And like a good many people, I started relying mostly on coffee to keep me going. But I found myself getting more and more nervous and jittery. Not until I ran across a Postman ad in a magazine did it strike me that it might be that very coffee that set my nerves on edge. Anyway, I started drinking Postman from then on. And within a month, my nerves were much steadier. And I was almost my old self again.
I wonder how many of you could trace your jumpiness and nervousness to coffee. For while it's true that many people can drink coffee safely without becoming nervous and upset, it's also true that many others should never drink it. If you suspect that coffee may be upsetting your nerves, try drinking Postman instead. Postman contains no caffeine, no stimulant of any kind which could set your nerves on edge. It's made of whole wheat and bran, roasted to a tempting brown and slightly sweetened. A grand drink with a rich, full-bodied flavor you'll like instantly. Get Postman from your grocer tomorrow. Drink it regularly instead of coffee, if coffee upsets you, and see if you don't feel less tense and strained and jittery. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Last Friday, Lum and Abner suffered a big disappointment. The fossil, which they recently unearthed on Abner's place and which they thought was a dinosaur, upon an examination by a professor of archaeology from the State University, turned out to be the carcass of a mule. Well, this not only ruined their plans of making a huge fortune out of the discovery, but will also make the motion pictures which they made of the fossil worthless. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Grandpappy Spears seated back in the feed room of the Jot 'em Down store. Listen.
I think I hear somebody else come in the front part of the store there, Abner.
Yeah, be right quiet. Maybe they'll leave, Grandpa.
This ain't no way for you to run a store, Abner. Us hiding back here in the feed room playing checkers.
Well, this is the only place we can come to not be interrupted. That's the way you beat me them first 2 games, me having to get up and wait on customers.
You ain't accused me of cheating, are you?
Well, I wouldn't come right out flat-footed and say that, but, well, it didn't look to me like I had as many men when I got back as I did when I left.
Yeah, I might know you'd figure out some excuse. According to your tell of it, you never was beat honest in your life.
Well, I don't reckon I was.
Sassafras. I forgot more about playing checkers than you'll ever know.
Well, move then if you know so much. Don't sit there and gab all day. Move.
Abner.
Oh, my goodness, be quiet. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Abner, is that you back there in the feed room?
No. Be quiet, Grandpap. Maybe he'll leave.
Well, you may as well answer him, Abner. You've got to come out of here sometime.
Dad, blame it, I thought he'd be gone for 2 hours.
Just what I thought.
That was straightening up this feed room, Lum.
I can see that. Give me that checkerboard.
No, now, wait a minute, Lum. Don't hide it again now. I had a hard enough time finding it a while ago.
Grannies, I'm getting sick and tired of the way this store's being run. I met Ezra Seastunk down the road there just now, and he said he was over here a while ago with a whole long list of stuff he wanted to buy, and there weren't nobody here.
Well, he's just telling something. I've been here all the time, ain't I, Grandpap?
Yeah, we've been sitting right here for over an hour.
Yes, sir.
Why, sure, hiding back here in the feed room.
We weren't hiding no such a thing. Just got back here where we wouldn't be bothered none.
Did you hear Ezra come in?
Why, well, I never knowed it was Ezra.
No telling how many others come in here wanting stuff. You couldn't hear them back here.
I could done it. There was just 2 more, is all it was.
Oh, you admit to it, huh? You never waited on them neither.
Well, you know how many loafers there is hanging around these days, Lum. And besides, they more likely wouldn't have wanted to buy nothing. If they did, it'd be something we'd out of.
Well, this ain't no way to run a store, I'll tell you that right now. That's just what I was telling him, too, Lum, just before you come in. And you're just as much to blame as he is, Grandpap. You come over here and ag him into these checker games. Why don't you get out here and tend to your chief of police duties? Why, well, ain't nothing to tend to. Ain't nothing going on. Well, if there was, you wouldn't know nothing about it sitting back here. They could rob the whole town without you knowing it. Who could? Who's fixing to rob something? Well, I don't know, I did. Yeah. Yes, you do, too. You're trying to protect somebody. I know. Who is it, Lum? Come clean or I'll throw you in the calaboose now. This is aiding and abetting a criminal. This is what all it is, and that's against the law.
Yes, it is, Lum. You better confess before you get yourself in trouble.
There ain't nobody going to rob nothing that I know of. I just...
Mind out with that gun now, Grandpap.
Off your hands, Dad. Blame it. You're under arrest. I'll third-degree it if you admit to it if it takes me all night. Take that gun off me, Grandpap, before I take it away from you and hit you on top of the head with it. Get to slinging that thing around here, and the first thing you know, it'll go off and hurt somebody. Put it up. Well, ain't no cartridges in it. Besides, I'm the law, and it's up to me to investigate such things. Well, there ain't nothing to investigate. I just said if there was going to be a robbing, you wouldn't know it sitting back here in this feed room. Now, get on up to the front of the store there, Abner, and pay attention to business.
Give me them checkers, Grandpap.
No, wait a minute. Sit down, Grandpap. You don't have to go. I want to talk to you a minute. A little private matter. Go on up to the front, Abner.
Well, I'm going.
What was it you wanting to see me about, Lum? Just a minute till he gets out of here. And set that checkerboard back up there. I was over there playing with Moe's Moose just now, and I think I run onto a new system. Here, you take the red ones. You mean you're going to play checkers? Yeah, but don't talk so loud. Well, I do know that. After you had all that to say about Abner playing. Well, now, just see how we get along. How did that go?
Mom!
It was,
Mom!
Oh, my goodness.
Mom! Wait a minute. What you fellers doing back here?
I'm explaining something to Grandpap here. Now, say this checker here is your house, Grandpap, and the new highway's going to run right down here. What you standing there for, Abner?
Well, Cedric's here, and he wanted to see us.
Well, tell him to come on in.
Well, I knowed you and Grandpa was talking, and I never knowed where you wanted to be. Come on in, Cedric.
I'll finish explaining that deal to you directly, Grandpap. Well, is that new system you was talking about, Lum? Yes, the new highway system. Well, howdy, Cedric. What was you wanting? What you got there?
Why, it's a punch board I'm selling chances on. 5 cents a chance.
Punch board?
That's against the law, Cedric.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Cedric, you're liable to get yourself in trouble on that. That's out-and-out gambling. Why, of course it is.
Who put you up to doing such as that, Cedric? That don't sound like you.
Well, I never knowed it was against the law. See, I ain't getting nothing out of it myself.
Well, who's getting it then?
Wait a minute. Maybe it's them same fellers Lum was talking about a minute ago. Who's behind this, Cedric? That's the feller we're after. Who's the big boss, the leader of the gang? The mastermind, that's the fella we want.
Doggone it, I'll run on a ticket to keep Pine Ridge clean, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we ain't after you, Cedric. Just tell us who's getting the money off of them gambling devices. Who's the big boss?
Yeah, come clean. Who is it, Cedric? Who is it?
Grandma Wilkins.
Grandma Wilkins? Is Grandma starting a crime wave here in Pine Ridge?
Well, I don't know. She just asked me if I'd carry it around town and see if I could sell all these chances for her. See, she ain't able to take in washings no more, and she never wanted to get out and beg for nothing.
No.
She says she can make money out of this thing, enough to get something to eat.
Well.
Oh, well, wait a minute, Tim. That sort of comes under another head there. Grandma ain't trying to violate no law, you know that.
No, I see now, yeah.
Now, this is coming under the head of charities, sort of like rifling off something. Folks can give nickels to her and get a chance at a prize at the same time. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
What are the prizes, Cedric?
Well, there's 400 chances on here at a nickel apiece. And she says that'll bring in $20.
Well.
Wait a minute, let me figure that. 400 times a nickel. Yeah, something like that.
And she's giving out 3 prizes. First one is $5, and the second one is $3, and the third one is $2.
Oh, giving the cash money, huh?
Yes, Mom.
Well.
See, here's the 3 lucky numbers wrote up here at the top. She done got it wrote down there. See, number 1 and number 100 and number 400 wins the prizes.
Well,
I don't think that ought to be against the law, man.
No, that makes it different, of course. Sort of, helping the needy, you might say. It's a heap better than begging.
Well, I still don't see how she's going to make any money out of it, giving away all that money for prizes.
Well, she takes in $20 and gives out $10 in prizes,
Yeah, I can see through that. She'll make, figure that in my head, I believe, 20 from 10, or 10 from 20 leaves, $10 is what she makes.
10, huh?
I think Grandma ought to be allowed to do such as this, man. Well, it's all right with me. Whatever Abner says, he's the mayor.
Oh, sure, Lord, me, I don't care, no.
Let's see, how many have you sold so far, Cedric?
2. 1 to me and 1 to Snake Hogan's. But we never win nothing.
Well,
here's a nickel. I'll chance it once. I ain't never win on one of these things, but I think I got a nickel here just to help Grandma. Yeah, here. Well, let's see. Oh, it don't make no difference. I don't care much we do lose. It's a good cause. Yeah, try this one.
Here, Cedric, I'll take one, too. And there's your nickel.
I may as well chance it once. You fellers, I reckon. Got change for a quarter, Cedric?
Oh, no, Mom. Ain't got but 20 cents.
Well, that's enough. I owe you a nickel, or will.
Well, there's 5 nickels in a quarter, though.
Doggy, this is a curious-looking thing I ever seen.
Mom?
Looks just like a honeycomb. I reckon how they get them little things rolled up in there that way. And did I get one of them? Oh, here it is, sticking out the crack here. Here, Grandpap, here.
These things is so little, they're hard to unfold. And what is that number there, Cedric? Your eyes is better than mine.
Oh, my goodness, that's one of the winners, Mr. Lum. Number 100. That wins $3.
Well, wait a minute. This is a winner, too. Number 400.
Well, what do you know about that?
Yes, Mom, that wins $5 according to this.
$5? I don't guess we both win, Lum. Why, that's the outdoingest thing I ever heard of.
This is number 1 I got. Ain't that a winner?
Yeah, it says here it wins $2.
Granny, that's all 3 of the prizes.
Yeah, let's have the money, Cedric. That makes $10 yours.
Well, I ain't got the money yet, though. I won't have the money till I sell all the rest of these punches off.
Oh, well, you can pay me any time. I ain't no hurry for it. I can't get over it. All 3 of us winning a prize.
You can't sell the rest of them punches now, Cedric. The prizes has all been won.
Why, that's right, ain't it?
Yeah, instead of Grandma Wilkins making $10, she's going to lose that money.
Why, sure she is.
I know she ain't got it to lose, neither.
Oh, no.
Here, Cedric, take this board back over to Grandma and tell her it's again the law to run gambling devices in Pine Ridge. And we better fix up a box of groceries and take over there, Abner.
Yeah.
Grannies, I still ain't never win on one of them punch boards yet.
Well, we hope this proves conclusively to Grandma Wilkins that crime doesn't pay. I suppose you all know that April showers follow March winds. And when your children come home from school on a wet, blustery April day, nothing will taste so good to them or be so good for them as a steaming hot drink. The only question is, what kind of a hot drink shall it be? Well, certainly not coffee, because doctors, teachers, and athletic coaches write to tell you that coffee may affect a child's nerves, his digestion, and his sleep. The way many mothers solve this problem is to give their children a steaming cup of Postum. Postum contains no caffeine or any other stimulant to upset the systems of growing children. It's simply whole wheat and bran, skillfully blended and roasted and slightly sweetened. And Postum is such a delicious drink. It has a mellow, satisfying flavor, a cheering, tempting aroma. It's no trouble at all to make and costs only 1/2 cent a cup. Ask your grocer for Postum tomorrow. Serve it piping hot in the cup at mealtime, between meals. Your children will be crazy about it. Lou Crosby speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Good evening. The makers of the new Rinso bring you the Amos and Andy Show with their guest tonight, Mr. Edward G. Robinson. Well, it's New Year's Eve, and our friend Andrew H. Brown hopes to go out on a big date with the very attractive Amethyst Dunbar. His one great problem is finding a tuxedo, and after scouring the whole town without success, things look bad for Andy. At the moment, he is telling his troubles to Amos.
So you couldn't find a tuxedo in the whole town, huh, Andy?
Not one. Well, I did find one, but you ought to see the shape it was in.
Mm-hmm.
There was not only fraying on the cuffs, but there was fraying on the frame.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Yeah, and my gal won't go out with me unless I dress up formal. Oh, the whole tuxedo situation is just like everything else this past year. You can't get nothing, nowhere, nohow.
Yeah.
I'll sure be glad when this crazy year goes out tonight.
Well, Andy, it's just like we got to learn to do without certain things. You know what Ruby made for supper tonight?
No, what?
What they call the eggless, milkless, butterless cake.
Yeah, well, the way things is going, pretty soon we'll have a cakeless cake. Oh, this is a bad year. Substitutes for everything.
Well, Andy, you know the reason for it all. A certain man is trying to give the world a substitute for freedom, and while we is getting rid of that man, why, we got to give up a few things.
Yeah, I guess so. Wait a minute. Come in, Kingfish.
Well, how are you there, boys? How are you?
Hi there, Kingfish.
Well, what you look so down the dumps boat, Andy?
Oh, I don't know.
Andy is mad about what a tough time he done had this year.
Well, I don't blame you, Andy. This year wasn't no rose for me neither.
Wasn't, huh?
No, look how I've been living. Me and my wife been fighting. Just finished another one.
Sure enough.
It seems like at the end of every year, she takes all the little fights that we done had during the year and piles them up into one big one. That's what she does. Sort of a review of all the little fights in one lump is what they do.
What is the trouble now, Kingfish?
Oh, she brung up the time that I didn't want the kinfolks to visit us. She brung up the thing about me not taking the job as a doorman.
Oh, yeah, I was there for that one. That was a battle, all right.
It wasn't no skirmish, I know that. Then last summer, she gave me $35 to pay some bills and told me to put it away, and I forgot where I put it. I never did find the $35.
Oh, I remember that. That was last summer, yeah.
Yeah, that started last summer, still going on. And the funny part of it is, I don't know what I done with it. Oh, we've been going hot and heavy with argument.
Well, I don't see why I is sitting here sympathizing with you. I still got to get a tuxedo by 9 o'clock tonight.
Well, you going to a party, Andy?
Sure, I got a date with Amethyst Dunbar.
Oh, you is, huh?
Yeah, but she won't go out with me unless I got on a tuxedo. And I is crazy about that gal.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do, Andy, if you can't rent one.
Need a tuxedo. Yeah. Of course, I would lend you mine free, Andy, but I done sent it down to Georgia to my wife's brother to get married in, and he ain't sent it back yet.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy's crazy about the gal he got a date with, too.
You know, I was just thinking, maybe through my disconnections, I might be able to dig you up a tuxedo somewhere myself. How much would you be willing to pay, Andy?
Well, of course, I don't want to pay too much.
Oh, I would protect you there, you know. But on the other hand, it wouldn't be right to pay too little.
No, but if you could find me something somewhere along there in between, not quite too much and almost too little, that'd be all right.
Oh, I assure that we can work out something, Andy. Name your price.
$2.
Name another one. Look, Kingfish, if you think you know where you can get Andy a tuxedo, why don't you find out how much it's going to cost and then let Andy know about it? Well, you see, Amos, unless I knows how much Andy's got, it's kind of hard for me to dicker.
Yeah. But the trouble is, Kingfish, I don't know whether you is dickering the tuxedo man or dickering me. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out with it.
Yeah.
In the first place, his tuxedo got so many moth holes in it that unless you put on underwear made out of the same material, people are going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44. I know that. Meet me at the large hall in an hour, and I guarantee I'll have you one.
Okay, Kingfish. Get on the G. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
Oh, great, Amos. Thank you. I could use them all right. You know, the last couple of formal fairs I done went to, I had to...
They're going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44. I know that. Meet me at the large hall in an hour, and I guarantee I'll have you one.
Okay, Kingfish. Get on the G. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
Oh, great, Amos. Thank you. I could use them all right. You know, the last couple of formal fairs I done went to, I had to...
They're going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44. I know that. Meet me at the large hall in an hour, and I guarantee I'll have you one.
Okay, Kingfish. Get on the G. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
Great, Amos. Thank you. I could use them all right. You know, the last couple of formal fairs I done went to, I had to...
They're going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44. Now, that's the thing. Meet me at the large hall in an hour, and I guarantee I'll have you one.
Okay, Kingfish. Get on the G. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out is the swing shift that happens.
I could use them all right. You know, the last couple of formal fairs I done went to, I had to...
They're going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44.
11:30.
Maybe in an hour, and I guarantee I'll have you one.
Okay, Kingfish. Get on the G. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
After that, why, the whole thing might accumulate up to 5 or 6. You know, the last couple of formal fairs I done went to, I had to...
They're going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44.
Let me see. That's $8.
I'll have you one.
Okay, Kingfish. Get on the G. What do you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
Well, now listen, Kingfish. I gotta have that tuxedo suit. The formal fairs I done went to, I had to...
They're going to think you're wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44. Deal with the man before he changes his mind. I'll have Lightning pick up the suit and bring it over to your room right away.
Kingfish, get on the G. What you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now, wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
Okay, Kingfish, I'll do it. Me paying $18 to rent a tuxedo. It must be, sir. I had to...
They're going to think you wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44.
There, Lightning, and let's look at it. It's getting late, you know.
Yeah, here it is now. I'll put them on. That's it.
What you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now, wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
On. Yeah, it's a 44, all right. Now, tell me this. How do it look?
Pretty good, Miss Andy.
They're going to think you wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44.
Sometimes they got a label on the inside coat pocket that's got the date on it.
Yeah, let me see here what it say. What you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now, wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
On. Yeah, it's a 44, all right. Now, tell me this. How do it look?
Pretty good, Miss Andy.
They're going to think you wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44.
Sometimes they got a label on the inside coat pocket that's got the date on it.
Yeah, let me see here what it say. What you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now, wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
Yeah, it's a 44, all right. Now, tell me this. How do it look?
Pretty good, Miss Andy.
They're going to think you wearing a polka dot suit. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah, that's bad, all right.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. I'll find you a tuxedo. I'll even get you a right size, 44.
They got a label on the inside coat pocket that's got the date on it.
Yeah, let me see here what it say. What you think of me trying Henry Van Porter? Maybe he ain't using his tonight.
No, now, wait a minute. Don't call up Henry. I assure that we can work out.
You want me to close the door, Miss Andy?
What? The door? Close it.
Yeah, sir.
Oh, no, it's close.
Buddy, stick him up.
Oh, hey, wait a minute, mister. Wait a minute. Don't point that gun at me. Please, sir, don't shoot.
Get up.
Oh, yes, sir, yes. Don't shoot, mister. Please don't.
Up against that wall. Go on, back up. Keep your hands up.
Mister, you can have anything I got.
I don't want anything you got. All I want to do is to hide out here for a couple of hours.
Yeah, sir, mister. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you can hide. I'll help you, mister.
And now, take it easy, buddy. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I just want to lay low here till midnight. Pull down that shade.
Yes, sir, yes. Mister, that suit you was wearing, ain't you a convict?
So what? I made my getaway from the death chamber, and I'm supposed to die at midnight. Now, what's it to you?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, who is you, mister? What's
there
your
happens
name?
to be a number. Here it is, on the shirt, see?
1943.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. 1943, but what was you in for?
Plenty of things, plenty, but mostly murders. They thought 1917 was tough, and they thought 1929 was pretty bad.
1917. 1929. And, mister, that number on your shirt there, 1943, them numbers mean something. Yeah, them is years.
Catch on quick, don't you?
Mister, by any chance is you...
Yeah, you guessed it, buddy. You're talking face-to-face with a year. 1943. That's me.
Yeah, yes, sir. And this is the last day of the year. And you were supposed to die at midnight. Yes, sir, I can see what you mean by murders. You've been bad, all right.
Now, never mind. Skip that part of it, buddy. Time is short, and I got to talk to somebody, so you stand there and listen.
Yes, mister, please let me go, sir. Let me talk to you some other night.
There won't be any other night, see? This is my last chance. All I want to do is talk. Tell you what's deep down in here.
Yes, sir, yeah.
You see, buddy, when a year realizes that it only has a few more hours to live, a lot goes through his mind. Especially a year like me, a tough year.
Yes, sir. I was just thinking about all the floods and the shooting, bombings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. You're like everybody else, glad to get rid of me. So what? I'm gone. It's just that I hate to leave without somebody knowing that it wasn't all my fault.
Yeah, well, you was leaving things in a mess, mister.
Yeah, well, it could have been different, too, buddy, but when I was a kid, I met a lot of wrong guys, and I'm taking the rap.
What you mean?
Well, I got mixed up with a guy named Adolf. I didn't have enough sense to see that he only looked tough because he was picking on little fellas. Now, when it's too late, I can see that the guy who thought he was too smart to hang wallpaper is going to wind up hanging himself.
Yes, sir. I see what you mean.
Yeah, and then there was a fat kid in the neighborhood by the name of Benito. Yeah, I used to say to him, Benny, let's play checkers. Then he'd say, no, let's help Adolf play London Bridge is falling down. Yeah, and then there was a half pine by the name of Tojo. He lived over on the west side. He showed me how to sneak up on people and let them have it in the back.
Yeah, well, what kind of people live where you live, Mr. 1943? Wasn't there no nice kids?
Oh, yeah, sure. Right across the pond from Adolph's and Benny was a kid named Frank. I guess his regular name was Franklin, but they called him Frank for short. He asked me to come over to his house one day and see his stamp collection.
Yes, sir. Did you go?
No. And I wish I had. Things would have been a lot different if I'd have been on his side. I used to laugh when I thought about him saving stamps. Guess nobody realized that someday he'd be saving the little countries that printed a lot of them stamps.
Yes, sir. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I've been tough, and I ain't making no bones about it. It's just that... Hey, maybe they're coming for me. Where can I go? Where can I hide?
Well, don't worry, mister. Look here. Tell you what you do. Here, put on this old robe of mine, and they won't see your prison suit. I'll tell them you was a friend of mine.
Okay, buddy, but make it snappy.
Yeah, here, put it on. There. Now, put your gun in this drawer.
Yeah.
Now, stand over there.
Okay, buddy.
Now, stick 'em up, Mr. 1943, and I ain't fooling.
Oh, double-cross me,
Keep
huh?
those hands up. I mean it, because I don't like you no more than the rest of people do. Come in.
Well, hello there. Well, say, what's going on here?
Amos, stand over here by me. I got him. That's a criminal. He was supposed to die at midnight. He ain't just a man. Look at him. He is a year. Look at the number on his shirt.
1943. Oh, yeah, he's a tough guy, ain't he?
Yeah, I'm going to call the police and turn him in.
Okay, you got me, Bud, but the cops will never get me. I'll be gone before they get here.
What will we do, Amos?
Wait a minute, Andy. Maybe we won't turn him in.
But Amos, he's been the worst criminal of all of them.
That's right, Andy. 1943 has been bad. Full of suffering, crime, and heartaches and everything else.
All right. Don't pull your punches. I can take it. Tell them how I killed 6 million people. Set fire to churches. And put swastikas where crosses used to be.
That's right, 1943. The world will never forget your sins. But you know, no matter how bad a person is, if you will look hard enough, you can find a little good in him.
Good?
1943, you put out a lot of lights all over this world. But as you leave us tonight, we ought to remember that you left the light burning in the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. You noticed that, huh?
Yes, sir, and there's other things, too. With all the bad things you has done, you still let somebody find enough time to print more copies of a certain book than was ever printed in 1 year before.
The Holy Bible.
Say, that's right.
And when we needed it most, 1943, you give us the biggest potato crop we ever had in our history. And somebody told me that somewhere in between your crimes, you looked down on a scientist working on some old stale mold. And you let that man discover a new drug that will save millions of human lives. You know, Andy, no year that folks ever tore off the calendar was all good. 1943 ain't been all bad.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, buddy, because when I took over the reins last January 1st, things weren't so hot. I don't expect history to list me with the heroes. I'm no 1776, and I know it. Still, I tried, and I'd give anything in the world if I could try again. But a year has only one chance to make good, and people had many. That's him now, the new year. Well, this is where I came in. Hand me the gun, buddy.
Give it to him, Andy.
Well, you ain't gonna pull a fast one on us, is you?
Well, the only thing I have left to pull, buddy, is a shade between two eternities.
Well, here's your gun.
Well, there's just one bullet left in this gun that has killed so many. I saved that one for myself. Guess I better go now and let him come in. He's got a lot to do, and he'll need every minute. Who knows? Maybe he's the year the world's been waiting for. And try to remember that even a good year can't do it all by himself. Give the kid a little help and be patient with him. The tide has already begun to turn, but it takes the right kind of people to make the right kind of year. And one more thing before I go. Remember that this new fellow will have 24 hours longer on the job than I had, for he'll have the extra day of leap year. Now, if you'll all pull together and do your share, that day can be the day of victory. Well, here I go. God bless you. Happy New Year. Come on in, 1944. Goodbye, world.
Andy, wake up.
Huh?
Andy, I brung you the studs.
Hello. Oh, me. Why did that 1943 have to go and shoot himself? He was the best year I done ever talked to.
Andy, you must have been having a nightmare. Wake up. Come on, you got a date. You're going to be late if you don't hurry.
Oh, me. Amos, I guess you was right in letting him go, though.
What?
Well, he sure appreciated them nice things that you said about him.
Who, Andy?
1943.
Andy, you feel all right?
Who, me? Yeah, Joe.
Come on, Andy, pull yourself together. Here, I'll hold your coat for you. Here.
Coat? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's see how this tuxedo coat look on me. It's supposed to be a 44. It's an old style.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, how do it look?
Let me see. Well, the shoulders don't fit bad. Take the stuff out the pocket. It's kind of bulging down the side, Andy.
There ain't nothing in the pocket.
There's something in the pocket.
Oh, I tell you it ain't. I got my hand in there now. Wait a minute. I do feel something. Let me lift it up.
Look, there's something in the lining.
Yeah, take that safety pin out.
Look, Andy.
Well, I'll be doggone his money. 10, 20, 30, 35. Amos, this is the $35 the Kingfish was telling us about that he never remembered where he put it.
That's it, all right, Andy.
Amos, hand me my hat and cane, son.
Andy, you sure do look great.
Oh, Amos, I'm telling you, this is a perfect 44.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are Amos and Andy, who would like to say a few words to their listeners.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen?
Hello, folks.
Well, this being New Year's Eve, we have asked permission to say a few words to our friends on the air.
At this time of the year, we would like to let you know how grateful we are to you.
We wouldn't feel right to let this old year pass over the hill without expressing our deep appreciation for the people who sponsor this program and make it possible for us to be here. That is Lever Brothers, the people who make Rinso. We can truthfully say that since we have started our half-hour show in October, that we have never been treated with such cooperation and understanding in our entire radio career. We told you once before about going through and seeing a make soap, and we can tell you from experience that the product we represent, Rinso, is the greatest product of its kind.
And we've had many letters from our listeners telling us that. We hope you folks don't get mad if you don't find that your grocer don't have it on the shelf, because sometimes the grocer doesn't have it there. There's no Rinso on the shelf. But it's well worth waiting for. He is getting it as fast as it can possibly be made. And by waiting for it, you'll be helping yourself and helping us a lot, too.
At the end of the year, everybody sort of takes inventory, and in our checkup at the end of 1943 tonight, we find that we are rich in friends. And truthfully, that is the most important thing we know of. We are deeply grateful to you for this. And so, from our hearts, we want to thank you sincerely, as two people can thank their many friends. We promise you that during the coming year, we will redouble our effort to bring you the best that's in us.
And for the splendid cooperation that we've received from the boys in the orchestra, from our guest stars, from Harlow Wilcox, members of our cast, and everyone connected with our show, we want to say to them many thanks and a Happy New Year.
And to you, our friends, we say may the new year bring victory to us and our valiant allies all over the world. That is our wish for a Happy New Year. And now let's all join in the chorus of Old Lang Syne.
Perhaps you're lucky enough to have your loved one in the service home on leave, and you wouldn't be human if you didn't want to know about everything he's doing, nor would it be unnatural for him to want to tell you. And yet that very enthusiasm, that desire to confide, can bring tragedy. Even when you're with family or friends and are sure no enemy agent can hear, it isn't safe to mention items of war information. Remember, things which don't seem important to you may be of vital importance in a link of information. So don't ask and don't tell where our soldiers are, how many there are, how they are being transported, when they're going, or what kind of duty they're going on. If you do hear it from someone, don't repeat it. If you see it yourself, don't repeat it. But if you read it in the newspapers or hear it on the radio, you can talk all you like. Otherwise, mum's the word. Join us again next week at the same time for the Amos and Andy Show, when the boys' guest will be the motion picture star Pat O'Brien. Our thanks to Edward G. Robinson for appearing with us tonight. He may currently be seen in the Universal picture Flesh and Fantasy. This program is broadcast to our armed forces everywhere. This is Harlow Wilcox bidding you good night and repeating from all of us to all of you, Happy New Year!
The makers of Campbell's Soup present George Burns and Gracie Allen, Tony Martin and Ken Niles, and Henry King in his music.
My sugar takes me with a grain of salt. George and Gracie will be with us. Meanwhile, this is Ken Niles. You know, I've been getting a lot of letters lately since I've been telling you about my extra special favorite, Campbell's Chicken Soup. I get many that read like this. What you say about Campbell's Chicken Soup is absolutely true. I'm through making chicken soup at home now that I can have just as good, if not better, soup by asking for Campbell's. True? Why, of course it is. And I know good chicken soup myself, so I can tell you why Campbell's has been the soup sensation of the year and why women are buying 3 times as much as they did a short while ago. Now, this is why. It's that glorious, delicious chicken flavor, the through-and-through chicken richness, the golden glistening color, the snowy rice and delightful seasoning, and the pieces of tender chicken meat, too. Just like the best homemade chicken soup you ever tasted. That's why. And you can have it any time you wish simply by asking your grocer for Campbell's Chicken Soup. Why not do that tomorrow? And here are George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, Gracie, say hello to everybody.
Yeah, hello, Tony.
Hello, Tony. That's everybody?
Well, everybody that matters, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I think I know what you mean.
Well, never mind saying hello to us, Gracie. I know you're very busy these days. By the way, have you got your Christmas shopping done?
My Christmas shopping kit? Oh, sure. It's all done except buying the presents.
Gracie, why don't you buy your Christmas presents after Christmas?
Well, that's what I'm going to do. On account of you don't know what people need until the day after Christmas.
I know I'm heading for a headache.
Now, for instance, after I get a present from a girlfriend, I can tell what she needs. Now, if she gives me a handbag, then I know she doesn't need a handbag. Because if she needed a handbag, then why did she give it to me?
That's a good idea.
I know. I made it up.
You ought to have it stuffed.
I'll have it stuffed what? The handbag?
No, your head.
Oh. I don't get it.
You don't, Henry.
You look at my face and you do not know who she is?
Henry, that was last week, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Can't
Say,
step out of
Henry.
character.
Henry, what are you going to give the boys in your band for Christmas?
Oh, I don't know, Gracie. What do you suggest?
Music lessons.
Not a bad idea. It's a good idea. Gracie, what are you going to give me for Christmas?
Well, George, did you see those star sapphire cufflinks down at the jewelry?
You mean the ones set in platinum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think Tony Martin would like them?
You're giving Tony Martin star sapphire cufflinks? What about me?
Oh, I think he'd rather have cufflinks.
Cufflinks?
Cufflinks.
You mean cut glass? Now, you do, huh?
It's awfully sweet of you, Gracie. But Alice Faye bought me some cufflinks for my birthday.
Ah, copycat.
Copycat.
Hello. Who? Oh, just a minute. Gracie, a phone call for you, and the party says it's very important.
Oh, well, it's probably the sponsor.
Oh, the sponsor.
I guess he wants to know whether Tony Martin is through this week or next week.
Never mind about Tony. Just answer the phone.
All right. Hello, Mr. Chicken Soup.
Mr. Chicken Soup?
Quiet,
It's a cute first name.
What's that?
Sam Chicken Soup.
It's who? Now, you have to speak clearly. I don't recognize your voice. No, I don't remember meeting you. No, you must have the wrong party. No,
Gracie,
no.
will you let me answer the phone? Hello. Who? Just a minute, Gracie. It's your mother.
Oh, hello, Mother. I didn't know you were sponsoring this program.
If it's your mother, she's probably sponsoring a pat itself for your daddy.
Now, please, Judge. Mother can't hear what she's saying.
She's lucky.
What? No, that was George Burns, Mother. George Burns. No, Burns. Look, Mother, if you light a match to the gas stove, what does it do? Oh, nothing? Oh, the gas is shut off?
Gracie, find out what she wants.
What, Mother? Oh, you're wrapping the Christmas presents. Oh, goody. What's that? Oh, you want to know whether you should wrap them now or wait until you buy the presents?
Gracie, don't make a quick decision. That takes a lot of thought.
Oh, not for me, George. What, Mother? Oh, you don't know whether to buy the presents now or wait until you get money?
That's an idea. I think she'd better wait a little bit.
Well, Mother, why don't you borrow the money till Daddy gets home? What? Oh, nobody will loan you the money for 20 years. Oh.
Why don't you tell her to ask the warden, Gracie?
Well, goodbye. Oh, by the way, Mother, how's Unky today? He's still dead, huh? Well, that's good. Goodbye.
Well, that was a nice hunk of dialogue.
Now, where was I?
You were in a jewelry store picking out cufflinks for Tony Martin that Alice Faye has already picked out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
George, the next time I see Caruso, remind me to ask him if he'd like to sing on this program.
Gracie, Caruso is dead.
Well, all right, then you ask him.
Look, there's one thing I'd like to explain to you. Tony Martin doesn't feel like coming up here at night and making love after making love at the studio all day.
Thanks, George.
You're welcome.
Now, Gracie, this morning I spent the entire morning kissing Simone.
Oh, the poor kid. You must be tired. Take me in your arms and tell me all about it, Tony.
Yeah, he's all in. Yeah.
Well, I rehearsed a love scene with her 20 times.
Oh, what you need is a rest, Tony. Let me sit in your lap.
Tony, so Simone kissed you 20 times. I'd like to do that.
Well, go ahead, George. I'll hold them for you, and then you can hold them for me.
Tony, why don't you get Gracie into one of your pictures?
I'll bet I'd be great as a heroine.
Yeah, because heroin is a dope.
Oh, please, George.
And after kissing Simone all afternoon, I did nothing but hug and kiss Janet Gaynor.
You spent all morning making love to Simone, and all afternoon hugging and kissing Janet Gaynor?
Yeah.
Oh, just my luck to be on the night shift.
Sing for me.
Day is ending and the sun's descending in the west once more. Night is falling, I can hear love calling on the dear old Mississippi shore. Everybody knows that it's just a muddy river, but it seems like heaven on high. When the moon is shining bright, let me dream away the night where the lazy river goes by. Go away, let us be just the river, you and me. Everything is still all along the Mississippi. Ain't no one as happy as I. Oh, I never want to roam. Let me live and make my home where the lazy river goes by. Swing on out, Henry. Come on, get on those blacks and whites. Shut me on down. Yes, yes. Everybody knows that it's just a muddy river, but it seems like heaven on high. When the moon is shining bright, let me dream away the night where the lazy river goes by. Get you away, let us be just the river, you and me. Everything is still all along the Mississippi. Ain't no one as happy as I. Oh, I never want to roam. Let me live and make my home where the lazy river goes by. Where the lazy, lazy river goes by.
Fox singing Where the Lazy River Goes By from the picture with a banjo on my knee. Tony, you're swell.
Thanks, George.
Well, Gracie, how did you like Tony Martin?
Oh, I think he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's pretty. You know, Gracie, what do you want Santa Claus to give you for Christmas? Would a stocking hold all you want?
Well, no, but a pair of Tony Martin socks would.
I say. Well, that's if he's got a pair of socks. Yeah.
Well, now just think. 2 more days and it'll be December 25th.
Yeah.
And a week later, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
7 weeks from then, Washington's birthday. 5 months after that, 4th of July. Well. Half of next year gone already, and it isn't even Christmas yet. Time certainly flies, don't you think so?
Yes, I think so. Gracie, you forgot April Fool.
I'm coming to you, George.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some people like Christmas, but personally, I like Labor Day much better than Easter on account of the Christmas trees.
You have Christmas trees on Labor Day?
Mm-hmm.
Then what will you have on Christmas?
Well, I'll take the same as you do, George, only more ginger ale in mine.
I don't know what you're doing for Christmas, but I'm having a poor family for dinner.
Well, that's nice. We're having turkey.
Oh, it's kind of different. Sweetened with stuffing. It's
Yeah.
Love that turkey stuff.
You know,
take it easy. Just give it
if
a
it-
Just speak right up. There you go, Chrissy.
Oh, George, let me talk.
Yeah.
If it weren't for one thing, I could sit under the mistletoe and kiss Tony Martin to my heart's content.
And what's the one thing?
Who wants to spend a dime for mistletoe?
Well, Tony, Gracie's got a man on.
Gracie, let's cut that out. I don't want to start talking about kissing the minute I get down to work.
Well, that's what I say. Let's cut out the talk and get down to work.
In the first place, kissing is unhealthy. Isn't that right, Henry?
I don't know.
You don't know? You've never been kissed?
I've never been sick.
Is that so? Well, you certainly fooled me, because you look bad.
Tony Martin, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
You mean you're going to fire me off this program?
Oh, worse than that, I'm going to make you act in my Christmas play. And I'm going to do it sometime pretty soon right now.
You going to do a Christmas play sometime pretty soon, right now?
Yeah, almost quicker than immediately.
Well, let's not act hastily.
Well, I think that's going to be swell, Gracie. Is it another historical play?
No, Ken, it's a sort of a kind of a special Christmas play I wrote called Dickens' Christmas Carol.
I must be wrong. I thought Dickens' Christmas Carol was written by Dickens.
That's what he thought, too.
That's what who for, Dickens?
No, Carol, Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah, I know him very well. A tall fellow with a
Him?
face. He's
Oh, don't be silly, George. Christmas Carol isn't a him, it's a her.
A her?
Belle Carol's sister.
Oh, Carol's sister, yes. Very cute, too. Gracie, who's who in the screwy play of yours?
You, George, you're playing the part of Scrooge, the stingy old miser.
Well, I don't think I'll be able to read the script because mine's is sore.
Please,
I knew it was bad. I didn't like it. Oh, that's good. Thank you. All right, so I'm Scrooge.
Yeah, but we'll call you Scroogey Poogie.
Scroogey Poogie.
And boys,
Yep.
boys, you play the three ghosts.
The three ghosts, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. You know, this is a ghost-to-ghost program, huh?
That's right, Ken. The Pacific Ghost, the Atlantic Ghost, and it just goes to show you.
And we all act in this play, huh?
Oh, I know the play, Gracie. We're the three ghosts that come to haunt Scrooge.
Right, Tony. Ken,
Yep.
you're the ghost of the past. Henry?
Yep.
You're the ghost of the present. And Tony?
Yes?
Yeah, oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, Tony, you can't be the ghost of the future.
Why not?
Well, because the way you've been behaving, I'm afraid you haven't got a future on this program.
I see.
Do you follow me, Tony?
Yes, I follow you, Gracie.
Well, you better stop following me, Alice. They'll get awfully angry.
All right, Gracie, and what part do you play?
I'm Mrs. Fezziwig.
Mrs. Fezziwig?
Yes.
Who is Mrs. Fezziwig?
Well, she's the wife of Mr. Fezziwig and the mother of all their fuzzy little toupees.
Fuzzy little toupees. Hair. And what do you do in this play?
Well, as long as the boys are ghosts, I have to be the ghostess.
Ghostess? You mean you're a lady ghost?
No, dance hall ghostess.
Henry, the music.
Henry King at the Steinway. Mr. Steinway's younger son.
Words like I love you were meant to be in a song, a phrase to be rhymed with about you. But I knew I was wrong when you came along. Oh, where have you been all my life? Now that I find you, my life will be so divine. Now that you are mine.
I'm always glad to talk on my favorite subject, Campbell's chicken soup. And if you could see the way Campbell's make it, you'd know why it's so extra delicious, just like the finest homemade chicken soup you ever tasted. Now, Campbell's use all the good, tender meat of plump chickens, the kind of chickens you'd select for your own table. And they simmer the broth slowly until it's outstandingly delicious with chicken goodness. Outstandingly delicious flavor. That's what has made Campbell's chicken soup such a great favorite in so short a time. So much so that women everywhere are buying 3 times more than they did a short while ago. And the minute you taste it, I know you're going to be captivated, too. If you want to make an extra special hit for the family, just place before them Campbell's chicken soup. Don't put it off. Why not ask your grocer for it tomorrow? And now for Gracie Allen's masterpiece, Dickens' Christmas Carol. Conceived, written, directed, produced, released, presented, and sponsored by Gracie Allen.
Yeah, and I'm pretty, too.
Quiet.
Now, remember, George, you're Scrooge the miser.
Yes.
All your life, you've hoarded jokes. And on Christmas Eve, the ghosts of the past, present, and future of radio come back to haunt you.
I see. They're still haunting for their jokes.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And I'm Mrs. Fezziwig, the widow lady. And when the scene opens, you're at home in the attic, and I'm trying to get you to donate some jokes to the starving masters of ceremony.
Well, this is going to be a nice play.
Yes. Ken the cat.
All right.
Ebenezer Scrooge, the mean old miser of the airways, George Burns. Mrs. Loudspeaker Fezziwig, the nitwit of the network, Gracie Allen. The ghost of the past.
Something he ate, I guess.
Ken Niles. The ghost of the present, Tony Martin. The ghost of the future, Henry King. Time, midnight, Christmas Eve. Curtain.
Are you ready, Ghost?
Yes.
Music.
A haunting we will go. A haunting we will go. A haunting we will go.
Go ahead, George.
So this is Christmas Eve. Bah. And everybody is happy. Bah. I am not happy. They call me Ebenezer Scrooge, the joke miser. What fools people are to be happy on Christmas Eve. I sure feel sorry for all the poor masters of ceremonies on a cold night like this without a joke on their backs.
Scrooge, let me in. Let me in. This is Mrs. Fezziwig.
Come in and close the door. Close the door. It's chilly outside.
Well, Scroogey Poogie, if I close the door, will it make it warmer outside?
It's a nasty snowstorm outside. I'm chilled to the bone.
Well, it serves you right for going without a hat.
That's very funny, Mrs. Fezziwig. I'll put that away with the rest of my jokes. Shades of Al Jolson, Mrs. Fezziwig. Do you see this ghostly figure wrapped in a sheet?
Oh, yes, Scrooge. It's either Mahatma Gandhi or a man without Mahatma coat and the vest.
Quiet. Speak, ghostly guest. Who are you? What brings you here?
Who am I? Where I play folks packing to hear my wife cracking on radio high one renown. There's no use in guessing. My name I'm confessing. Who? The mayor of Mexico.
Well, what brought you here?
I've come to haunt you, Scrooge, for stealing my jokes, you know?
I don't believe you're any candor. All I can see is an empty sheet.
Yeah, Eddie, where did you park your carcass?
Don't haunt me, Eddie. I'm Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, Eddie, I'm an old man. Look at me. I'm all bent over.
Yeah, from lifting everybody's joke.
Oh, that's Ted Lewis. Hush.
You've stolen my best joke. I've got a goat in my house who hasn't got a nose.
Sleepy Hollow. And who are you?
Hello again. I'm the ghost of Jack Benny. Yeah.
Sounds like the goat of Jack Benny. You don't look like Jack Benny.
Well, George, if you were dead as long as Tony Martin, you wouldn't look like Jack Benny either, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Eddie Cantor. Well, Eddie, what are you doing all dressed up in a sheet?
Well, it's like this, Jack. This sheet is cut down the high cost of living. By wearing a sheet, I don't have to buy a suit, a collar, or a necktie. When I come home at night in a sheet, I'm ready for bed. When I wake up in the morning, I'm all ready in a sheet. And instead of expensive cleaning and pressing bills, I can have my sheet washed for 22 cents a pound. Ha! And don't I have to look for a collar button? No. Ha ha! You get it, Jimmy?
This is silly, Cantor, isn't it?
Oh, that was wonderful, Ken. You ought to be able to give an imitation of Harpo Mark.
Oh, Miss Gracie, Harpo Marx can't talk.
I know.
Gracie, what's that canter got that I haven't got?
5 daughters.
Well, Buck Benny, what do you want?
Scrooge, I'm here to haunt you. You stole my joke, a joke that I originated, a joke that made me famous. We've got a goat at our house without a nose. How does it smell?
Terrible, Jack. I used it on my program, too.
Quick, Mrs. Fezziwig, the pencil. It sounds like a new one. Jokes, 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 jokes.
Ha, ha, ha.
Well, sort of a tacit. Well, who are you?
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Town Hall tonight.
Mr. Allen! Mr. Allen!
You can knock me down with an elephant, as the man in the kosher butcher shop used to say. I hope to kiss a pig if it isn't Portland Fezziwig.
Nice work, Henry.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised myself. I must be a mimic.
What?
You must be a mimic.
You're a mimic? You mean you haven't any red corpuscles?
Well, Freddie Allen, have you come to haunt me about the goat at your house that hasn't got a nose?
No, not only am I a comedian, I'm a clever writer. I switched that joke. We've got a nose at our house that hasn't got a goat.
Some twist. A nose without a goat?
Well, maybe it's Jimmy Durante.
Jimmy Durante, the nose miser.
Oh, wait. We've got a goat that's got a nose, but we've got a house that hasn't got a yard.
Well, if you've got a house that hasn't got a yard, how does the goat play?
Like Henry King.
The pencil. Jokes, jokes, jokes. What's that?
The ghost of Major Bo's gong.
Well, it didn't have a very good ring.
Well, you miser, what do you want for nothing? The Westminster chime?
Oh, that's a very good joke, Mrs. Fezziwig, for this chime of the year.
Oh, careful, Scrooge. Giving away those jokes, they'll be calling you Good Chime Charlie.
Good Chime Charlie. That's a beauty.
Scrooge, before I go, you can do me a few favors.
Yes, Jack Benny. What favors would you like?
Strawberry, raspberry, orange, lemon, lime.
And Campbell's chicken soup.
Thanks, Gracie.
You're welcome.
Well, goodbye, Jack Benny.
Goodbye, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Goodbye, and a Merry Livingston to you, too.
Well, Eddie Cantor, I've got every joke you ever used. I'm living on the fat of the land.
The fat of the land? Well, you must have Jack Bernard, too.
I've got him.
Well, I can't expect a joke from a miser like you, but I thought you might at least give me a little pun. Goodbye.
Oh, isn't that cute, George? Eddie Cantor's got 5 daughters, and now he's looking for a little pun.
Jokes. Well, Freddie Allen, aren't you going back to Town Hall?
No, I'm going nuts.
Well, you're lucky, Fred. Everyone else has a long trip ahead of them.
Goodbye, Freddie.
Goodbye.
Tally ho! Tally ho!
Henry, the music. Now Gracie will sing I Love You from Coast to Coast. Sing it, Gracie.
I love you has been said in so many ways, it's hard to find something new. Still I tried and I managed to coin a phrase in praise of you. It's my ambition to audition for a swell radio post, just to tell you I love you from coast to coast. It's not the money in it, honey, that I keep thinking of most. It's the chance to romance you from coast to coast. Sometimes I start to pour out my heart in writing, but through a mic the words sound more exciting. So if I get work on the network, honey, I'll sing you a toast when I broadcast I love you. I don't mean high pitch. I don't mean Armstrong. I don't mean Henry. I mean from coast to coast.
The makers of those fine Campbell soups invite you to listen in and laugh with George Burns and Gracie Allen again next Wednesday. Meanwhile, remember that you can have the finest chicken soup you ever tasted simply by asking for Campbell's Chicken Soup. You'll find it to be the delicious, nourishing, old-fashioned kind.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System. Your station is KHJ, Don Lee, Los Angeles. Time signal courtesy Schaefer Pen and Pencil Company. Settle that perplexing Christmas gift problem with the genuine Schaefer dry-proof fountain pen